allow the children
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Including those of you who love to be politically correct. And you will love things not to be said so bluntly. So if you cannot handle it, please, I advise you should check out and you can join us some other time. Just want to address the big elephant in the room. Our biases that a lot of us don't like to be spoken about. Our collaboration, our collusion in making this contraption, right, a very dark country is not a compliment. Motide, thank you so much for joining me again. And yes, to those who have shared this, thank you. And tonight, we want to address the big elephant in the room. You know, we do say that Nigerians don't really, not all Nigerians hate corruption. Many Nigerians are not really against oppression. It is just that the only reason why that will make some of them to scream with us is because they are not the ones doing the oppression, or they are possibly the ones at the receiving end, kind of. In the last few days, a lot of, things have happened to show to you how deceitful so many Nigerians are and how culpable they are in the degenerated how degenerated the contraption has really become. And it will remain so until probably we all kind of come to a conclusion that this is not working. And if there is any sort of strength left in us before the whole thing is dissipated somehow, we should channel it towards a peaceful breakup of that contraption, which means the whole problem of the contraption can actually be segmented and everybody can go face it based on your own contribution, kind of like people who are like, packing your own thrift. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, in the last few days, I have seen those who have joined us for years now, in condemning the criminal politicians that we all find so easy and convenient to blame for all the abnormalities, all the atrocities in that contraption. And we have seen them take, positions. I'm talking about taking positions in defense of majority of those that have been fingered, right? Again, without having to sound like I'm speaking in parables and all that, right? People like myself, I am kind of really convinced that, you see, Nigeria is a lie. And I've done my own best according to my own ability and intelligence, right? Even if it's this little, or massive, whatever, however you see it. I have come to this conclusion that the Nigeria that you've come to know, or we have come to know, is a lie. And everyone is trying to live that lie because somehow, if they have to take in the truth, it tends to be too much for them to take in. The truth about Nigeria is that, number one, nobody really loved that country because it wasn't really a country to start with. And when you dig deeper and dig further, you will see the biases of everyone that is still trying to cling on to the contraption and try to blackmail others to accept or take same, step. But people like us have been very unequivocal about it. That, you see, starting from the supposed educated people towards, to the elite, because every society, people believe that every society you come across in the world is the making of the elite of that country. And who are the elites? These are the class of people who are in the academia, those who are in the, in the business, those who are also in the scientific research and all that stuff, including the political class. These are considered the elites, those who make up the society. If the society is going to be a just society, or if it is going to be an unjust one. So to those who parade themselves as elites in Nigeria, it is obvious that these are a bunch of dirtiest, stinking class of people that have created a country or superintend a country that is considered a total shithole, where the citizens are merely existing and not living at all. Injustice in Nigeria can be said to be, democratized in a way, because that's our reality today, right? No one is really spared. But within that same unjust society, there are those who want to keep it that way because it works for them that way. When you seek justice in their, in their judiciary, it is always for the highest bidder. When you look at the political class that was supposed to actually be representing the people, then you realize that they represent no other but themselves. Then when you now look at the victims of the misgovernance in that same contraption, then you also realize that they too are kind of biased in the level that they have their expectations. So they choose where and what, like cherry pick, where and what they think is right and wrong and all that. So the last 24 hours, if we have to narrow it down, sort of, bring to fore again the, the rot in a system, in a country that a lot of people continue to lie to us that all the problem we have is the leadership, the political class, that meanwhile, everyone is just trying to protect their own. Nigeria is a place where you are easily advised. All you need to do is at least make money. After making money, right, you can get away with anything and everything. You do not run a society that way other than a banana republic, okay? A young man raised an alarm, which actually showed to us the institutional decay. It is not new, of course, but at the same time, it has also brought to fore the biases of the oppressors and the oppressed. How many of us are so comfortable, right, with a degenerated country, and yet somehow we want a working country. I am saying we here because this time around, so many of us on this platform will say, they do wish that Nigeria work, but how do you want a country to work when those who are supposed to uphold the, the ethic, the law, the rule of law of that same place are the ones that are bending it? A country where you have seen elites, educated people, including including lawyers who have stood up to defend a drug dealer, a drug baron who became their president. You've seen judges who have looked away, where evidences have been presented to them, they looked away because they do not want to rock the boat. And you have also seen those who joined us in condemning the rot in the society. Meanwhile, they are actively involved in bending the law, in bending the rule, depends on those who can pay the price. Then we are, in a way, hoping that one day that contraption will work. And people like us says, no, it won't. You don't run a society this way and then expect a magic, because you are, I mean, Nigeria, for example, Nigeria is what all of you have made of her. So if you expect some aliens to come from somewhere to come and make it, change it, and that simply means that you are living a lie that we also know that Nigeria is. Nigeria is what? Is a lie. A young man was accused of money laundering, and that is Bobrisky. And then the entire system sort of, did everything to cover it up. And at the same time, somebody kind of raised an alarm on it, only for some people who feel so powerful begin to kind of throw their weight here and there, throw their names here and there to intimidate that same young man. Also, those who are the victims of oppression in Nigeria themselves are indeed already taking sides. I mean, I said something on this afternoon when I was doing this, my short, broadcast on my Facebook. And I said that, you see, Nigeria is a place whereby they blame the victims, condemn the victims, even where they are oppressors. Doesn't even give a damn about, they don't give a damn about them. But as the oppressed, they are much comfortable in being in that position, right? Because they themselves are hoping and praying that someday they will get to a position to oppress others. So if the society begin to really work where oppressors have no room to oppress anyone, so they will feel so kind of like cheated. As some were saying that if Nigeria want to break, for example, if Nigeria want to break, not now, because they haven't looted, they haven't become a political office holder, they have not cheated the system the way the others have cheated. So they should wait until they have their own turn. Then Nigeria can break after that. So many ways that a lot of us have been like collaborative in ensuring that this contraption remains what it is. Yesterday, one of the supposed, let's roll it back a bit, right? A young man ran foul of the law, and his own godfathers told him that they could bend the law for him. Right, and they did bend the law for him. So bending the law for him, it started bragging about it. That made it to the, made it to the public enough that people were like, "Is that really true?" Then, rather than just probably probe further, get to the root of the matter that in this same place that some of you think you could make work, all this is happening. How about you kind of dig it further and get to know those who have bent this rule or bent this law? No, the half of the society is looking forward to punishing the whistleblower. It's not new. There is a young man that has been in prison now for more than 2 or 3 months now. What was his offense? He is called, popularly known as a pedomedia or so, right? Now, this young man has always been like blowing the whistle on the institutional corruption, including, the government corruption. And guess what? The Nigerian Document Stupid Service, DSS, tracked him down and then arrested him, and like he is the criminal. Because according to them, the expose this young man has been releasing could cause an embarrassment, or it's been causing an embarrassment to some criminals who have been carrying out this kind of financial crimes and other crimes within the system, using their own positions in the public, right? Again, to bend the law to their own, favor. Rather than go after the criminals, right? They went after the whistleblower, and the whistleblower has been in prison. And they finally took him to a judge. He appeared in front of a judge in Nigeria, and guess what? That same judge actually slammed him into prison because his actions are illegal. It is illegal to expose corruption. It is illegal to expose corrupt people. It is illegal in Nigeria, right, to blow the whistle on the criminals, especially if they are in government. So they locked him up for months now. I heard that today. He has been given a bail, a 5 million naira bail. And guess what? All his expose, they are not saying that what he exposed were lies. No, They just felt offended that why would he expose those things where people are sharing money, moving money in hundreds of millions of naira, right? On bogus, project and all that. They didn't go after those people. They went after him. And there were lawyers who were standing in for the government of Nigeria. Sorry. There were lawyers who were standing in for the government of Nigeria to want to jail a young man that possibly somehow believes that Nigeria can work if the right thing is done, okay? But guess what? While he's going through all of this, the victims, those whose money is being stolen or mismanaged, they are already condemning him that he deserves it. He should be killed. He should be jailed. How can you be exposing all these things? It's on the unauthorized. Like, I then begin to ask myself, like, what future do you think Nigeria owed with the characters, especially the young ones today, right? We should be so offended. We should be so angry at how these older guys are ruining the country, ruining your future. They are not upset because they are waiting for their turn too. So they were actually like happy that their DSS found him, right? And they locked him up, torturing him and all that. So today when they said they were giving him a bail, the next thing was like, oh, that's so cheap. Like, he hasn't really learned his lesson. I hope they kind of, jail him. Why would you want somebody jailed for exposing corruption? Similarly, yesterday, when, this guy, very dark man, released, it wasn't yesterday, but yesterday was when the threats from one of Femi Falana's sons, right, false, right, made the threat of defamation. And I was like, why would you want to punish somebody that published, an expose which actually confirmed your involvement in trying to bend the law? So you felt embarrassed that the public that seems to be respecting you because they don't know your full story. They don't know the full story of your father or something, right? So you felt embarrassed that you are mentioned by what's his name again? Bobrisky, Idris, that bragged of how connected he is and how much of his, the influence of his own godfathers are in shielding him from jail. So you are not offended, like you are not really angry, at Idris. You are angry with this young man that exposed this, and they started writing epistles, right? Get one of these lawyer, Inihebe, right, who happened to be one of the guys I actually used to kind of respect, by the way. And why? Because he happened to be one of those who have stood up against the same system, the same corrupt system. He's a lawyer, right? He stood up for so many people who have been somehow oppressed by the same system, only for him to turn around and begin to write a epistle of why what the very dark man did was this or that, like he did not try to confirm the audio. Number one, he did not have the authority. Okay, he did not have the authorization to release the audio. So all that is called defamation. This under this section. So law in Nigeria. It was so kind of boiling in. I'm like, do you guys want a working country, or you just want a sort of a country where you are able to sort of control the narrative in a way, a fixed country that is not really working for anybody except you guys, right? So everyone started kind of like, instead of trying to kind of figure out why would, in this day and time, respected people will be involved in trying to bend the law for somebody that the same Nigerian court, jail. Why are you not interested in the same guy who is making all this brag, who paid the EFCC, who paid the prison, what do you call them? The prison officials and all that? Why are they not really angry with the guy, but the person who actually exposed the conversation? Oh, it is a breach of privacy. What the hell? Then on social media, they're already oppressed, impoverished, finished, enslaved Nigerians, voluntary slaves. The moment they heard the name You don't go tackle. I mean, you don't pass your boundary. How dare you go and mention Femi Falana? As if to say Femi Falana is somebody that is like, I don't know, like maybe God. And he's so irritating enough that when they were making their threats, okay, Force himself had to kind of indict himself by saying, yes, I called him or he called me. So what did that young man, what did he do wrong? Nothing. He embarrassed the supposed respected family. So I am inclined to kind of, because I never really see them as supposedly respected family per se, okay? They are lawyers. And you will say, well, I don't know why you would have so much respect for Nigerian lawyers in a country where you'll be wondering, why are people reading law in a lawless country? So in his threat, he agreed, he kind of confirmed that indeed they had a conversation. He had a conversation with Bobrisky. Okay, you had this conversation with Bobrisky, but you are calling the audio fake. Does that make any sense to anybody? Then Falana was threatening. His father, the father is threatening, the son is threatening. Until they figure out that, no, I don't think this is going to work. Only for another person to come up this morning. They say her name is Folake Falana. What the fuck is Falana? In a contraption in Nigeria, in a criminal den like that. Some of you, in fact, if you take a look at where law really works, people like Falana probably should also be standing. He should either have served jail time or he should be in jail himself in his role, covertly and overtly in the destruction of that Nigeria. You know that if you remember some of those who probably were lawyers to Donald Trump, let's use that. There's a guy called, Giuliani or so. He was one of the strong, lawyers, who were like working for Donald Trump. This young man, this old man had his, his law license revoked, and he had a jail term, slammed on him. People like Falana can only function and called human rights activists, human rights this or that in Nigeria. Yeah, on him, good for him, okay? He is the friend of the oppressors. He's also the friend of the oppressed. So you can play both sides. And therefore, his family actually feels like they are really, really big something, right? That if you say, if they feel like, if they want to punish you, like if you want to say anything about them, you have to be very careful of what you say about them. There are families like that too in Nigeria because they are lawyers, right? Rich and then what? So if you say something that they don't really kind of like, right? They have the power to use that their law, this law, that. To what? To jail you. So that's where we're going to start this evening. Because, yeah, that's where my rant is. I said it's random, didn't I? So one Folake Falana, the daughter of Femi Falana, they say we are from the family of lawyers. So if you don't apologize to us, right, then we will meet in court. And I love this. For this young man, his response. That's what we're going to start.
All right. So I'm just waking up now, and then I open my Instagram. The first thing I saw is a post on Gossip Mill from Femi Falana's daughter, Fal's sister, where she said, "Seeing you have refused to do the needful, see you in court. My dad, Femi Falana, never met Bobrisky. We don't need his money. Bobrisky only called my brother Fals to beg him for money to be moved to VIP cell. My sister, this thing you just posted now is what would have been posted earlier, so that we can all join hand and face the corruption that was revealed." You understand? It's amazing how people went from corruption and people are coming for me that exposed the corruption. You understand? It's just crazy. A recording that exposed a lot of atrocities that might have been going on for a long time that we just discovered. Do you understand? Imagine Bobrisky on a call saying that he paid 15 million naira to EFCC to drop the money laundering charges. That should be disturbing to all Nigerians, for crying out loud. Imagine Bobrisky saying that instead of taking him to the prison, one godfather called that they should give him an apartment outside the prison. That is disturbing and worrisome. You understand? To think that some people that we thought were persecuted at the pit, they are outside chilling. Do you understand? To think, are people even understanding the problem that inside that thing that was released? But instead of us joining out to fight this corruption against these agents or this agency that partook in a corruption, everybody's you are coming for me. You understand? Because you said, okay, your father's name was mentioned. Was your father's name not in the recording? Now me took Femi Falana's name for the recording. Now me took Fal's name for the recording. You understand? The only thing I said, if their name, if this turns out to be true, I will not have any more respect for them. You understand? And I even went on to say that I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe. But say I talk where they did. Next thing, files go drop a letter. Say if I no retract what? Now me put your name there. What did I say there? You understand? Now you say you want to take me go court. There's no problem. There's no problem. Yes, give or take. If it's too bad, you lock me up for 6 months. If it's too bad, say if you lock me up for 1 year. You understand? I don't know what you people wanted. You people wanted me to play the voice note and remove Uncle Femi Falana's name and Fal's name. What kind of human being would I be? You understand? Which kind of justice I'll say I won't find? Maybe say even the person where people will say I like, their name no go did there. Who am I? I am not an hypocrite. You understand? Nigerians, let me even tell you what is funny. You see, since I came on this social media, see, I have an option to make millions of naira and go and sit down. I for don't make 500 million, over 500 million, and I for the chill. You understand? But I sacrifice all those things because I know that there are people that are being oppressed. And I decided to use my platform to speak up for those people. Since I came on social media, you know how many people my voice don't help? You know millions of naira when I don't collect on social media for people. You know millions of naira when I don't collect behind social media for people. This case now when make I post this recording, so the guy borrowed Bobrisky 4 million naira. He sweat. He give Bobrisky. So it's time for Bobrisky to pay him back. Bobrisky start to return the guy. To the point where we say, oh yeah, pay me back my money. After Bobrisky say go pay in September. Bobrisky say, oh yeah, now if you go, I'll tell people say me and you kiss, me and you smoosh. I asked the guy thoroughly, the guy saying swear to God, he never touched Bobrisky for in life. That because Bobrisky knows, say people know they lie here gay thing. Bobrisky won't rob something on his body, so that I know if he collect him money. Then I step up. Asked him, say which evidence you get. He said, God so kind, he was recording everything because in the fee say Bobrisky go on cheat him. And that was the record that I posted. And Bobrisky, it was when Bobrisky was asking him for that money, Bobrisky said all those things. So what's it coming my own now? Instead of us to join and follow the corrupt people that are spoiling Nigeria, you know, they come for me and say, because na me post time. Because na me post time. Tomorrow now you come and say, you fight for human rights. Tomorrow you come and say you are fighting for human rights. You understand? But I don't care. If eventually, if at the end of the day, you not throw me enter cell, there's no problem. I swear to God, I am not bothered. You understand? I respect Uncle Femi Falana and I still respect him. What you people would have done was to remove his name from it. But you people did not even address Bobrisky. You did not say anything about Bobrisky. Bobrisky, at the end of the day, you people actually got on a call together. When I don't move on now to very dark man court case, focus on the thing that really happened. But no, when they come for very dark man, there's no problem. Oh. There's no problem. Like I said, push come to shove, you lock me for 6 months. Push come to it can never be more than 6 months. Or ISF, when I say make I pay fine, or when I sue me for one big money, do you understand? Then I go start to pay for my own capacity. If you sue me 1 billion naira now, and the court by my lawyer maybe bargain, maybe when I end up for 100 million, I they pay 1 million every month. Do you understand? Or I go they pay for 500,000 every month, or I go they pay to 200,000 every month. Depends on what my work give me in a month. I don't have a problem. I go pay. If you decide say now I want turn the case go, I don't have a problem. I will pay. But I will not come back and come and say this thing because of fear. I fear nobody. Now only God I fear. You understand? Uncle Femi Falana, I never defamed you. Fal's the bad guy, I never defamed you. But if you people say that is what it is, there's no wahala. Bobrisky go scot-free. You understand? May they go scot-free now. But like I said, me, I will always talk. If you like, lock me 1 million times. If I come out on stage, carry my camera, and I speak the truth, that I know that is the truth. It can't be more than that. And I will continue speaking up for people. That's what I do. I've signed up for it. And I'm gonna go lock me up, I beg. No problem. Peace and love. My sister, I will see you in court.
Straightforward. I mean, it may sound so foolish for some of you who knows that nobody fights for Nigerians. You don't fight for Nigerians. Because if you want to fight for Nigerians, the first thing is they will ask you, who sent you? I've seen that young man exposed fraudulent people who have used their position, right, to cheat on people who are supposedly lesser than them in popularity, dupe people and tell them to go to hell. Nothing will happen. And he's used his platform genuinely, called out some of these guys and made them pay their debts. So they won't like him. But my own concern is for those of you who have no single voice, who are actually like in the basket of the oppressed. So yeah, it's kind of foolish to say you are fighting for Nigerians. I won't fight for anybody in Nigeria. Yeah, that's me. That's all Shekwe for me. So they said that if you want to fight for especially if you're fighting for the oppressed, they said don't use your two hands. Because if you use your two hands to fight the oppressors, the oppressed will be beating you, smacking you, breaking bottles on your head and your back, stabbing you, because they will be like, who sent you? Who sent you? Because they love their oppressors. Secretly, some of them admire the oppressors. If I come here and I tell you that Tinubu is a thief, there are some people that takes offense. They can't say it to me anymore. Only a few of them can come here and say, where's your father? If people used to come here and ask me, what about your father? What has your father done for Nigeria? I'm like, my father has never stolen a dime from Nigeria. That's enough. It's actually a great thing that when they are mentioning the name of those who stole your education, who stole the future of your children, who stole the money for your roads, stole money for your hospitals, stole the pension of your grandparents and the rest of them, they will never mention my father. And that is satisfactory to me. But you see those ones who have looted you, there are those who actually admire them. And they take offense. Tinubu is a drug dealer, he's a drug addict. His wife is a drug dealer, Remy. His wife is a drug addict as well. I didn't make that up. There are evidence of that. But there are people that will take offense. Watch your mouth. Because they admire them. They admire criminals in Nigeria. If you are caught as a criminal in Nigeria, there are those that will be praying for you to come out of it. There are those that will be wishing that you can consult with other higher criminals to make the case go away. It is a Nigerian thing. They will attack you. They will attack you online and offline for talking about the criminals in Nigeria. They will begin to question you. What about you? Are you a saint? And you're like, listen, if I have done something wrong, the right thing is for me to face the law. If I have not been caught, then definitely, it doesn't mean that I am a criminal, then Abi. But it's only when you get caught. That's what they will say. It's only when you are caught. And then I say, no, if you are a criminal, you are likely going to be supporting every criminal. All criminal activities will kind of mean like to you. It's not a big deal. But when you see those who are bending the rule, bending the law in a society that was supposed to be just, you see, they are fighting for human rights here. They are defending the oppressors here. And the oppressors and their actions, these criminals, their actions actually affect the lives of millions, including your life. These economic saboteurs and the rest of them, their actions destroy lives, right? But you have those who defend them because it is their job to defend them. You will say, Abi? So if somebody now blow a whistle on a crime, Nigerians don't want to go. To them, it's more or less like, well, leave them alone, Charade. Leave them alone. If now you go, that's another one. They will tell you, if now you go do worse. Like, how do you know that? Benny, we know, Jara, we know. That's all of them they talk. Even you, this Maiyegun, if they make you a kiniko, now so yourself go do, because Nigerians love their criminals so passionately. And they can all come out and say, let's condemn bad behavior. Oh, that is hypocrisy. Nigerians will tell you, this is bad, that is bad. They will tell you this act is wrong. In fact, they will agree with you. that the Nigerian leaders, Nigerian this thing, they are so corrupt and all of that. It is so convenient. They do not want you to mention the names. Yeah, let's condemn that Nigeria is bad. Some people are destroying Nigeria, but don't mention their names. Because when you start mentioning their names, they will take offense. They'll begin to tell you to watch your mouth. I'm talking about the oppressed though. They will be doing everything. Before the oppressors try to shut you up, the oppressed don't they try to shut you up already. They will be telling you that if they catch you. People have said that to me many times. I've not done anything wrong. I have not hurt anyone. But guess what? Every day, I've had people who have told me to watch my mouth, to be careful. You need to be careful. Eh? You don't think because you are living abroad, you can just begin to talk about people anyhow. Like they will be warning me. The people that are the victims of a destroyed country, they will be warning me. Some will even tell me if they bomb me where to come to Nigeria. If they bomb you where, why don't you come back? Come back here and say all these things you are saying. Because they believe that all I am saying is tarnishing the image of the people they secretly and openly admire and love. Yet they want a working country. When you point out some of their criminal pastors or imam or those who are using religion to deceive them as well, oh my God, they take so much offense enough that they want to fight you physically. That's what that contraption is all about. When you, I remember one time ago, I posted an image, the image of a policeman collecting bribes. Do you know something? There were those who came on, I don't know, maybe they are police officers themselves, who came there to warn me that, well, do you know that this thing you are posting is wrong? Eh? What if this money was just given to them by the motorists? I was like, are you mad? A police officer that mounted a roadblock, collecting bribe, forcing motorists to give him money. To you, it's okay. Some even came there to come and explain to me that they are not paying them well. So all this is the money they use to maintain themselves. As if to say that actually explains it. A place where they normalize abnormalities. Abnormalities are normalized. And as enablers themselves, then they turn around, they want a working country. You can't be a whistleblower in Nigeria. If you want to blow any whistle, just leave the country. Because the people you are blowing the whistle on, before they come for you, those who are the victims of that corruption, they will be the first to come for you. They will actually be the first to start telling you what will happen to you. And if they catch you, this guy, you'll be like, say, you don't value your life. It's like your family, you don't have value your family. Say, because I'm exposing something that is wrong. You, the oppressed, is already threatening me. Which simply means that if you have the same similar power, I've had people who have, anyway, that's not new. We've had people that wanted their Showore to be killed. That's a very good example too. When you ask them why, it's because I don't trust him. Showore is the reason why. He's one of the reasons why Nigeria is bad. How? Well, my friend, I know what I'm saying. This Showore, if to say I am the one that is if I am Chief Numbuni, I will just kind of like, I will just tell them to shoot him. Why? Oh, Baba, I'm telling you, you don't understand. I know this Showore very well. You see this Showore, if to say me be Bokwari, I will just jail him. Why? Why would you, like, what did he do? Well, Baba, you don't understand. He's the one that destroyed Nigeria. This Showore is worse than the people that is destroying Nigeria. This is Nigeria. That's how Nigerians think. That's how they are. I know some of you are here that will kind of explain the same thing to people. You don't know how horrible you are. How horrible and miserable of human you are. You want a better place. Some of you even want a Yoruba nation. You want Biafra. But guess what? You are not as mad. You are not really mad at the likes of Tinubu and Co. The way you are so mad at Showore. The way you are so mad at other people who kind of like, and you are so convinced that the only way you'll be so satisfied is to see them bleed. I want to see him bleed. If they ask me to choose between Showore and Tifnumbu. I will choose Tifnumbu 1 million times. Why? Because you are a Nigerian. Of course. A place whereby somehow, you are, you are like secretly in love with these criminals because you see yourself in them. You see them in you. That you are not yet having that such power. You don't have such power yet. There, somehow doesn't mean that you don't fantasize it. I mean, if I have this thing, I will just work on getting this Maiyegun deported. Why? Why do you want Maiyegun deported? Would that change your life? Would that actually make your life better? Would that change Nigeria? Would that bring you a better country? Of course not. But because somehow, you see yourself in your own oppressors. And if you have that power to do some certain things, you will be worse than them. Do you explain that? There was this video. In fact, if you see the video, you will think it's a skit. It's not a skit. It's actually happened. And I went there to go and check the reactions of Nigerians. It's between the policemen and some youth coppers. They were driving a very lovely car, Mercedes-Benz. And the police stopped them. Okay? So they presented all their papers. And they also presented a copy of their driver's license. But because they didn't present a physical driver license, they're plastic. The policemen now they just ran mad. Started like ransacking the car. Yeah, they must be Yahoo boys. Yeah. Even though they showed all their other identification. So I went on that day and guess what these oppressed Nigerians they care about? Where did these youth coppers get money to buy Benz? These people said they are not clean. They are not clean. Like the policemen robbed them. They said in Nigeria, if you do not have a driver license and you are arrested for driving without driver's license, okay, the fine is 10,000 naira. And they will tell you not to drive again until you get your driver license. That is what their law says, 10,000 naira fine. But these criminal police officers, with their guns, they took these young men to a POS and they withdrew 1 million naira from their banks. And this is not money they gave to police, so they withdrew the money and shared the money. Do you know what the Nigerians who were there reacting to it, what they care about? How did these ones have money to buy a car? Where did they get money? They are Yahoo boys, John. They are Yahoo boys. Let us be honest. This country, how can these ones get money? Where did they get money to buy Benz? Like, a crime is being committed. These guys have not committed any crime. Or maybe it's a crime to actually drive a nice car as a young man in Nigeria anyway. But policemen were robbing them. They didn't care. They were more concerned about the car. They were more concerned about the boys. Where did they get all this money? Let us be honest. Let us be honest, my brother. See, if I may be the police officer, I could not shoot 2 of them. They may be armed robber or kidnap herself. Where did they get money? I was like, what the heck? These guys are committing crime, and good enough, they are captured on camera. You are not bothered. I'll show you. Let me show you that. This one happened though, in their contraption. And it just happened yesterday.
I'm renewing it. Huh? I'm renewing it. The paper of renewing. Paper, no, how? This one is fighting. I am not fighting you. I'm telling you. I give myself gun. You know somebody give me gun. Carry me, come here. And you are fighting hard on me like this. What? What do you mean?
He's losing the plate number.
Go to our office. Where's the plate number?
What do you mean? Who are you? You are too small. I know you are not kidnapping.
You make any call.
But I have to tell you. But there's no offense in pressing my phone in the car, sir, boss.
Me, I'm telling you.
I have to tell my people that.
This is what we only do for our station here.
Yes, okay.
You don't make call now.
If I'm in car with you mean I cannot make call? I cannot call anybody. Nobody has to know when I get.
Put your phone inside your pocket, boss.
So when I get
station, carry your phone.
But I need to call people that they need to know where I'm going to. My loved ones.
I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm putting my phone. You are not putting it. Understand what I'm saying? Put your phone inside.
Straight where?
You are funny here.
We need to tell people where we are going to now.
Because this is what I'm going to give you statement to make.
Statements? Why are we making statements? You said we are going there to photocopy.
You know why you obey statement? You don't obey me. I said put your phone inside pocket. You are putting it. Go straight. Wait, hold on for me.
Now for new gym.
Hold on.
It's a brand new gym. You know. No, Yorùbá ni ẹ̀gbọ́n wo new gym kò wọ́rí gan. Leave us.
Calm down. Mafia. Mama, when you say they don't allow rat or something shop up. I don't hear you. Maybe it's in a meeting. Yeah, no sir. Of course not. This will not do anything for me. You will be like, now your prayer for this. Now you did train.
Yeah.
Wait, what about I'm going to beg you? I'll give you my contact. If you finish? Yeah. When you come back,
I don't boss.
When you are putting something like this, wear this thing, that is complete cancellation. And when you wear your complete, I want them not to touch your phone.
He said because they are putting on their NYSC cap, it's impersonation. It's only when they wear everything that I can believe that they are youth coppers. They showed him their identifications. They showed him a copy of their driver's license. But the moment he saw a car, Benz, 4 of them, you are Yahoo boys. There's nothing you can tell me. That moment, he chose to bend the law. He became the law unto himself and took them to the nearby ATM, POS, where they withdrew 1 million naira. Listen now, they've arrested them this morning, by the way, just because the video made it out like that. And this morning, the police have rounded them up, all of them. Look at them.
So, sir, basically, how they collected the money was they searched my phone. They asked for my phone to log in my NYC portal. After I showed them that I showed them my papers, they said it might be fake. I should log in. Me trying to log in, the moment I was about to type in my password, they snatched my phone from my hand and started searching my phone. Went through conversations of me and my brother and every other thing. My pictures, asking who is a girl to me, that am I married, do I marry a woman? And the next thing was, where did I see money for a car? I said, it's not my car, it's my mom's car. Next thing, he searched for my account and he said, how much do I want to give them? I should give them 10 million. I said, I don't have. I can only give them 50,000 because I have appointment. And he said, no. Now, am I whining him that is he a small boy to me? That who is he giving 50,000? He has collected millions. How much is 50,000 to him? So I begged him He was still searching my phone until he got to my bank, and he met 116,000 there. And I told him that, okay, sir, I can give him the 100K. And he was like, no, I have to call people to send money for me. He had me call my girlfriend on loudspeaker and tell her to send me 200,000. Fortunately, they already knew that I was with the police because I called my mom immediately. That stuff was happening, and my mom called my girlfriend. So the moment I asked her for 200,000, she said she doesn't have. So after the dialogue with me, we went back inside. They called the other guy. They talked to him too. I think they searched his phone too. Yes, and they met 100 and something thousand there. They now told him to send his 100,000 to my account since I have an ATM card. And the guy should go and withdraw. They didn't let me go and use my ATM card. I told them that please let me go and use my ATM card because I knew if I had gone myself, I would have recorded where I was withdrawing the cash and while I was entering the compound and as I was taking it to him. But he insisted that he should use my card. So I had to give that other guy my PIN, and he went himself to go and withdraw the 200,000. Unknowingly to us that the third guy, they searched his phone too and saw Bitcoin of $500 and of $800 and something dollars, 842, and they told him to send everything out. He messaged how the policeman collected the coin was he messaged the guy on WhatsApp. Like he collected his number and messaged him on WhatsApp. The policeman had to find a wallet ID from somewhere we don't know and sent it to that guy on WhatsApp. The moment the guy sent the Bitcoin to that wallet, he made sure he cleared the whole chat on the phone in front of him. The whole communication, deleted his number, cleared the whole WhatsApp chat, just so that there will be no proof that he actually sent coin to him on WhatsApp. It was because they were talking to three of us differently, so we're not together. We were only together when the other guy was sending 100,000 to me. So it was when they released us, we later found out how much they collected from that other guy, which is the Bitcoin guy.
That is how they operate in that place. They will rob you. And if they have to kind of like cover it up enough, they may even shoot and kill them. Or they will put them in a room where they would agree that they are armed robbers. Police will make them write statements and then they will record them to blackmail them. They will tell them to go. So if any of them has any shady business, for some reason, they won't report it to the public. They will just swallow it. Similarly, when you see their EFCC as well, the ones that Bobrisky gave money to drop the charges of money laundering, that's how they do as well. If they come to your house as a Yahoo boy or as a criminal yourself, they may take your property. Yeah, they can take your whole house, take your cars, empty your bank account, as long as you know that you can't go to the public and say they took this from me, took that from me. Here you get. And by that, that's how they make their money. That's how you have those who are supposed to uphold the law, are bending the law, and they will tell you that I don't live on my salary. I don't live on my salary. Hey, they will be bragging in public. I say, you don't know how many houses I have. I'm a police officer, Inspector Lagbaja. And he has like about 4 or 5 houses. He's got probably like about 6 or 7 expensive automobiles, cars. He didn't have to buy them. He just take them from suspects. And that's it. That's how they roll in that place. That is how they roll. How do you want to have a country that works in 2024? In this day and time, people have, however, I saw some guys who took the law to their own hands. When the supposed FRSC, Federal Road Safety Corps, they are supposed to manage road safety. They call them road safety in Nigeria. But because of this same corruption, they have killed so many innocent people in an effort to try to obtain people and all that. They caused an accident. That the victims took it upon themselves to until the guys ran away. Something like this. I'll show you.
Ayé wọn people ti bàjẹ́ olórí burúkú ni wọ́n. Ayé wọn ti bàjẹ́ bó ṣe wà yẹn. Àdúgbò náà mọ̀ wáyé kọ́ náà dáadáa. Gbogbo wọn ti sá lọ àbí. Gbogbo wọn ti sá lọ. wọ́n sún ni olórí burúkú ni wọ́n ayé wọn ti bàjẹ́. Lórí èlò wọ́n tó tí ó bá ti fún yín kankan ẹ fílẹ̀ ẹjọ́ máa bá tiẹ̀ lọ. Irọ́ ni ẹ máa gbé sẹ́rùgbé olórí burúkú ni.
Because they won't bribe you, you started you caused an accident. You are supposed to be for the safety of commuters, road users. No, not in Nigeria. They will do everything to possibly kill you if you are not lucky. They will come after you and get you killed, all because they wanted bribe. And then, if things goes out of hand, they will run away. Yeah, they will abandon the whole place and run away. That is the contraption. That is why we call Nigeria a contraption. You can't be seeing all these things and say, I mean, before I left Nigeria, right? These are like the way of life. Baba, 12 years after, it is still the way of life. And somebody is telling you that Nigeria is going to work. How? Yeah? How? Okay, I saw one though. Don't step around though. Probably it's like a kudos to them. The one that shows that, probably to show that they are working. The police.
The Nigeria Police Force National Cybercrime Center has recently arrested 3 suspects in connection with an alleged case of extortion and romance scam. The suspects are Abodurin Rashid, male, Abodurin Tunde, male, and Abodurin Rokim, male, were apprehended following a report via the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center e-reporting portal and an intelligence report from the center. Investigation revealed that the suspects met a Croatian national on a dating app and claimed to be a woman. Their continuous chats progressed to Instagram and WhatsApp, leading to an intimate relationship. However, the Croatian was deceived into sending nude pictures of himself through the dating app. The suspect subsequently conspired and pressured him to pay ransom or have his pictures sent to his family and friends. The operatives of the center conducted a due investigation following the obtained information from the report, which led to the apprehension of the suspect and the recovery of the following exhibits related to the crime. The recovered exhibits include 6 iPhones, 1 Techno phone, 1 Samsung phone, and a Lexus car. Further investigations revealed that the suspects have previously engaged in numerous similar cyber criminal activities, both collectively and individually defrauding and extorting numerous victims globally. The proceeds of these crimes were primarily received through gift cards like the iTunes gift cards, Steam gift cards, and so on and so forth. The suspects will be charged to court upon completion of our investigations. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Olukayode Adeolu PhD PM, hereby urges Nigerians to be wary of suspicious online activities of scammers and other cyber criminals, and also sends a strong warning to all individuals and groups involved in all sorts of cybercrime. The Nigerian Police Force will not relent in its fight against all sorts of crimes and criminality. The IGP further reiterates the commitment of the Nigerian Police Force to dominating Nigerian cyberspace and taking strict action against individuals or groups attempting to compromise national peace and security. The IGP assures Nigerians of our dedication to bolstering national security and tackling all forms of crimes in every sector of our dear country. Furthermore, citizens of this country and our people across the globe are encouraged to report any suspicious activities through the e-reporting portal of the National Cybercrime Center, ncc.npf.gov.ng. I repeat, ncc.npf.gov.ng, to aid in the timely identification and apprehension of cyber criminals.
Abadon Rashid.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ibadan.
Where in Ibadan?
Oludo side.
Olodo side. Not of Olodo, but it's Olodo side. How old are you?
I'm 30 years. 30 years.
What's your academic qualification? Are you a graduate?
No, sir.
What's your qualification?
Yes.
SSC.
Yes, sir.
Which school did you attend?
Archdeacon Adelaja Senior High School.
Archdeacon Adelaja Senior High School. Where?
Lagos.
Lagos. The school in Lagos from Ibadan. How much have you made so far from this business?
Up to 4 M, sir.
4 million. Which picture do you use to even attract the men? Because you're a man and you tell them you are a man, you use? Sorry?
We got the picture
Online. Okay, our men online. Melis and Miriam. Can you tell us the number of people you have duped so far? You have done this with? 20 to 25 people. And they are all white. Yes. To be into this business. Can you give them any advice?
The only advice I can give them is they should never come near that wall.
Come near that wall.
I've suffered a lot of times already.
So you regret now what you have done. That's alright. You are 21 years.
Yes, sir.
What's your qualification? Academic qualification? SS3.
Yes, sir.
Are you the same father, the same mother?
Yes.
The three of you?
Yes.
Why did you decide to do this business? Why? The three of you, the same father, the same mother? Toboyo. To this business. We have a case like this involving 3 siblings, the same father, the same mother from.
In 2024, normally, if Nigeria was a real place, some of these people they display, consider them as those who have no money to bribe them. All right? The real thieves will never be displayed that way. Or have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen them display a senator that looted constituency allowance? Have you seen them display a governor that looted billions like that? Like put him there, bring the camera, bring the news crew, and begin to ask them questions in front of Mr. Yahoo Bello. When did you start stealing money from Kogi? And Yahoo Bello will be like, I started from 2017. Why did you choose to be stealing money from people, from Kogi people? Because I am poor and do you regret stealing money from people, Mr. Yahoo Bello? Yes, I regret. What is your advice for other people, other governors who are stealing money? I want to advise them to please don't steal money again. It's very, very bad. Have you ever seen anything like that? In 2024. Anyway, it's just to show to you that a society where you have that kind of a classism, all right, you will never see any justice. No justice. what you have is going to be justice for sale. And you, the oppressed, the ones that they have denied education, denied opportunities, job opportunities, and other opportunities, you are going to remain the poster boy of crime fighting. When they are fighting crime, they will show you and say you are the ones who are, principally the criminals. It's not to spare you that you are not criminals. So I am just kind of showing you the society that you have and why a lot of us believe that indeed, you see, this contraption that is a lie, the most you can do, break it up now. And maybe we have a chance of rebuilding the fraction of these broken pieces and rebuild it based on what we call a just society that doesn't have to be as programmed as programmed to fail as what you have in Nigeria, a lie, right? I also saw the Nigerian House of Reps discussing the Bobrisky as well as the 15 million naira he paid to the EFCC just to make it look like they are doing something. Now, watch.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the People's Speaker. My name is Honorable Dr. Patrick Umar. I represent the entire people of Ikorekpene, Esienudem, Oborokana Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm a proud son of Akwa Ibom State. I rise to move a motion on the urgent need to investigate the disturbing allegation of corruption against the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Nigerian Correction Service to save Nigeria from ridicule. Mr. Speaker, I crave your indulgence to suspend the relevant rules and allow me to take this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder?
I represent Aniocha Oshimili Federal Constituency. I'm from Delta State. I move to support the motion as urgent public importance as moved by my dear colleague. I so move. I so second, sorry.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Excellency, distinguished Speaker, distinguished colleagues. My name is Idem Unyime, member representing Ukanafun, Urowanam Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Your Excellency, I rise to second the motion as moved by my colleague, and then the subject matter is respected. I so second. Thank you.
Speaker, honorable colleagues, again, my name is Honorable Dr. Patrick Umar. I represent the entire people of Ikorekpene, Sienudem, Oborokana Federal Constituency. I am from Akwa Ibom State. I rise to move a motion on the urgent need to investigate the disturbing allegation of corruption against the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Nigerian Correction Service to save Nigeria from ridicule. The House notes the disturbing and widely circulated publication emanating from Martins Vincent Otse, also known as Very Dark Man, against critical Nigerian law enforcement institutions, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and Nigerian Correctional Service. The House also notes the publication alleges that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, dropped money laundering charges against Idris Okuneye, also known as Bobrisky, upon collection of the sum of 15 million naira. This House further notes that the publication alleges that the Idris Okuneye, upon conviction for abuse and defacing of the naira by the court, did not serve his time at the Nigeria Correctional Service, but was lodged outside the confines of the service. Disturbed about the damning allegations against Nigerian critical law enforcement agencies of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Nigerian Correctional Service, established by these hallowed chambers to fight correction and incarceration persons convicted of crime for correctional purposes, respectively, worried about the negative image and portrayal of Nigeria as a corrupt nation and Nigeria's struggle to redeem itself from such perception, this House resolves to urge the House to set up an ad hoc committee comprising of persons of unquestionable integrity to immediately probe the allegation and report to the House within 3 legislative weeks. I so move. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Important that we need to set up a committee, another committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is my opinion that we have an ad hoc committee in the sense that these 2 committees, there's an impunity on it, and
Mr. Speaker,
ad hoc committees should serve that purpose.
Okay, let's hear from the members.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker.
If they are in agreement or not. Is there anyone who has an amendment?
Olumide Oshoba, representing Abeokuta North, Obafemodi, and Odeda Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, my amendment goes thus, that the committees on financial crimes, the committees on reformatory institutions join and investigate this matter. There should be a joint committee on financial crimes and reformatory institutions. Thank you.
Any seconder to this amendment? Yes, I can see the face clearly. Ambassador, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Second the motion, representing Gombe Home Federal Constituency. I second the motion. Every moved for amendment of this motion. I so move. I say second. Thank you.
Those against you say nay. The ayes have it. Aye. Aye. Those against you say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the committees on financial crimes and which other one? Reformatory institutions for further legislative action.
Thank you.
Nuisance, Lily.
Committee. So they can ask the EFCC chairman if a member of his agency collected 15 million naira from Bobrisky. So the guys in Arise News, they want Very Dark Man to release more of this audio that he promised to release, and I seconded that motion too.
Because of money. Yes. The person that released that audio to Very Dark Man was being owed money by Bobrisky.
Yes.
And the money has been paid. And Very Dark Man says he's not going to release the audio.
Wait, has the money been paid?
Yes, the money has been paid, 4 million naira.
Yes,
he showed the updates. In fact, Bobrisky was calling the person and was even willing to pay. So the money has been paid. I think to get to the nitty-gritty of this matter, because me, I love Wawulets. Very Dark Man said more names were mentioned in the part B of the audio. Very Dark Man, we beg you, with everything we hold, for the integrity and the safety and the love we have for this country, you must release that part 2 of that audio.
We need it.
We need it. Absolutely. We need to be able to hear more names. We need to be able to get to the end of this matter.
Yes.
Maybe in that part 2, we will know the godfather that procured the flat apartments.
All right. Well, all right.
That called the controller.
Well, all right.
Maybe we will also know other skeletal Indomie activities that went on in that place.
On fire.
So please, Very Dark Man,
I know you
get to the end of the matter.
Except it's just for Wawulens. When the information comes out, what will happen?
Investigation.
That's what I'm saying.
Usually, no. See,
hold on.
I take this matter now.
No, I agree
because
with
it's
you.
a state matter.
I'm
we need
going
to get to the end of it.
The reason I said that is because, like Dr. Basti cited, this is not the first time we have heard or seen or that we know that things untowards are happening in the prison service.
Yes, that's the main point.
Fisai Oshoyombo he went in at the risk of his life. What happened? So what will just happen is it will be social media sensation for a few weeks.
Well, I hope not.
I'm just saying, what has happened in the past?
Well, I hope not.
But because names have been, that's what I'm saying is that people say, oh my goodness, did you hear? How many times have exposés been done and nothing has happened? But let me just say something. The spirit behind this as well, and I was going to clarify that. Recall that the reason why he released this audio in the first place was almost tantamount to blackmail of Bobrisky. That's another angle, because he told Bobrisky that if you don't pay me the money, I will release. And then he recorded that audio without the knowledge, I want to assume, of Bobrisky.
Yes.
So there's another thing around there as well, on the side of Bobrisky, that there's blackmail, there are blackmail elements there.
So we can only say that because Bobrisky has denied the audio. We can only say that if it is confirmed
that he's the one. So I'm giving you a way out, Mr.
If it's confirmed by forensic expert that's actually Bobrisky's audio, they will now go into privacy laws.
Yes, exactly.
Because that one too, we cannot, because people also do it in our country. You have conversation and they record your conversations.
Okay, well, all right.
Only a court of law can determine
all of this. I want to say so that we can end.
Made one point too, that justice in this country will seem to be only for the rich people, that the poor do not have access to justice at a theoretical level. But access to justice is an important point.
Absolutely. Talking about
the legal issues, the dramatist personnel there can sort it out, including the public officials that have been mentioned using their positions to trade.
All right, talking about justice is going to lead me to my next story. We all have to sum this up. Bobrisky, who is in the center of the story, has denied all allegations at this point. So we are not accusing anybody on the show, but we need to.
So we hope Very Dark Man will release the part 2. And I hope they would not succeed. I mean, they won't succeed in silencing him the way this threat is flying left, right, and center. Folake Falana, you better tell your papa to draft the case against him now and sue him to court. And you, Very Dark Man, release him. There are more people now interested, not because of, not because of how some other people are going to really feel. It is to see if there are other names. As you said, that there are still names that you haven't, people are yet to even hear so far. So if you release them, maybe, just maybe, it's not because there's going to be any justice per se, like some said, like nothing is going to happen. And I don't really think nothing will happen. Because take a look at this. In the last 24 hours, or the last 48 hours, since Very Dark Man released that first audio, ads have started rolling. Yeah, because there is more than what Bobrisky himself benefited from. It is actually an institutionalized degenerate, like it is an institutionalized corruption, where Bobrisky is just a beneficiary. There are other things that are already happened during the last 48 hours investigation done by this guy, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Ojo. They've suspended about 4 people. And it's not because of Bobrisky. 4 people, due to their other shady deals with other criminals in the prison system of Nigeria. So release them, also release it, and we can get to see them or hear those names again going forward. And from what he also told us, he said, well, you heard about Falana, Falls, and their role. Folake Falana said our papa has secured the presidential pardon for so many prisoners in Nigeria. High-profile people for free. You dey mad, Folake, you dey craze. Your papa dey do them for free, abi? Right. So, Bobrisky said Falana was asking for 10 million naira to get his name off an ex-convict. So your papa, they remove name of ex-convict. They get presidential pardon for free. So I dare you as well probably to go ahead and sue him. And for you, Very Dark Man, it's better you actually release the next audio. A lot of us are interested. Yeah, we are. I have had people mentioning the name of Dende, Ibrahim Dende, that firewall criminal from Ogun State, the one that has his own special day. You see, Nigeria is a crime scene. Don't doubt that, okay? You have a Nigerian custom that knows about a smuggler. His name is Ibrahim Dende. They call him Chief, businessman, philanthropist, or a complete ardent criminal. And he's also a paddy to Tifnumbu. If you check when Tifnumbu went to Dubai for climate change nonsense last year, Ibrahim Dende was actually, people believe that he's currently carrying diplomatic passports as one of Tifnumbu's, runs boys, pushing drugs, guns, and all of that. So Ibrahim Dende from Ogun State, they said he has his own special day. A day that he has his own special route, a special day in a week given to him by the Nigerian custom for him to smuggle anything into Nigeria. This is the facts. And there's nobody that could actually try him. Nobody. Some said is one of the godfathers of Bobrisky. So I want to hear the audio. Honestly, you know, if they kind of threaten you not to, if you send that to somebody like me, oh, I will publish it gleefully, happily. But let's leave that. Here is our guy for fun, comedy. He has something to say on this too. Just a little break.
This VDM Bobrisky EFCC matter, he go long. This go be the longest case.
I am a joy giver.
He go even long past election tribunal. The exposed way they inside this thing too many. Where I was, we say, the more way they expose, the more they affect Bobrisky. It's people say Naim, then they use they expose all these things. Fast don't sue VDM. Now VDM they respond to Fast. Okay. But the more Fast they sue VDM, the more they affect Bobrisky. Bobrisky go there for background, they talk say, come on, are they here? Oh, not forget me. What do you people want from me? Now VIP I go and keep us here. We go long. EFCC, you know, since when they do this thing, you never hear EFCC boss 2 houses. EFCC catch 4 Yahoo boys. EFCC pursue Yahoo boys on the road. It never happened. If you call EFCC out, they tell them, say, hello, sir. I think there's some Yahoo boys in my street. Say, come on, this thing from road. Don't be waiting with the talk now.
This will not be time of video. But get out!
You see, so we get serious matter in the call people. Now Yahoo will go chop. Wait, we will treat our phone conference. I will hear say federal government now don't order for probing for this same matter. It go long.
Even Basriketa abu Netflix. I want you to Netflix.
Where I was now, all the people when they put for their VIP go begin to make call. Hello, sir. I hear say then they bust house. Then they bust VIPs. Where I go hide. You have to go tell them, say, go correctional field, go inside, go prison, come prison tomorrow. Then they come check up. If you enter any apartment now, see any politician where you know, no take I'm saying call lodge now prison it VIP. These people have been going on vacation. They tell us that they go prison. The expos go large. All the people where we don't they know they hear their name since where we go talk say where this person they go talk say they prison. They don't this politician they prison. Now VIP. Then they go lodge. Call go many since that day before yesterday. Hello, sir. What do you want me to do? Which apartment did they come tomorrow? It's supposed to go large. All the things we know before, the things they come out. No, the worst part is saying that now Bobrisky is their first pass. You're supposed to finish. Now Bobrisky head. No wonder. Person go say talk say he go prison. You go finish, come out, come fresh for Nigerian prison. Come fresh anyhow. They do skincare routine for inside prison. It's supposed to go large for the first time. When EFCC don't know what they go do. Whether to go left or to go right. Ichoko.
Funny guy. Still talking about a place where criminals the class of criminals that get away with a lot. And then you on the other side want to pretend that Nigeria will work or Nigeria will get better. How? Okay, the other day, we saw what happened in Edo, didn't we? Now it's about the best rigger should win, or the best rigger won. Here is the man who also tried to be the governor of Edo, giving us the insight of what played out, and the one that tried to make him the governor. I'm talking about Ize Yamu plus Oshiomole. Let's go to Edo. He has something to tell us.
A lot of times, many of those who lose are not gracious enough to accept the fact that they lost, and they lost fairly. If you look at the results, I think that they were fair. Yes, there were some few surprises, but let's even analyze them, just to make you see.
Yeah. I believe you can feel my feelings, right? I mean, for us, it's a new dawn. We have, you know, when a lion moves into your home and start destroying your property and eating up, beating human beings and eating up your animals, and you can do nothing. The power of democracy is that because the process is tenured, when it is time, the ordinary people will now have the potency to make a verdict about the tenure of Governor Obaseki, and the verdict is loud and clear. And for me, it is not my personal feeling that is important now. That should be obvious. The important thing that I'm happy about is that Edo people now have a new governor who will not disrespect the people of Edo State. We now have a new governor who will not send pregnant women to prison and they deliver in prison and die in prison. Over 20,000 naira mobile court fine. We now have a governor who understands that for the child of a cassava farmer to rise to become a senator or to become an engineer or a doctor, that he must employ teachers in schools to teach all the science subjects and build schools that will appeal to the young minds. We now have a governor who, rather than doing MOU, impact assessment and all that, we go and build all of those roads that are completely bad shape in Edo State, reclaim the drainages so that Edo people can look forward to rainy season. You know, we now have a governor who will respect our traditional institution, which is the heart of our culture. You know, we now have a governor who will not be fighting over artifacts, right? But rather he will be fighting over what is good for Edo people. We now have a governor who will not demolish a hospital and replace it with a museum. We now have a governor who understands the value of education and will not destroy libraries and replace it with a market. I mean, we can go on and on. For me, this is what excites Edo people. And once Edo people are happy, having had the rare privilege to pretend over that state, I'm happy that they have reclaimed their state from the lions that came from, because the mark on himself, the iron. Now the iron of Obaseki has been melted with the combined force of Edo North, Edo Central, and Edo South, of Edo people. It can only be sweet. Only very, very sweet.
It is now sweet. It can only be sweet. They can't wait for November changeover because they are ready. You know, one of the things they said that Edo people or Obaseki are used in bringing the Edo people onto his side, where some of them was that there will be no Agberu anymore, or there was no Agberu anymore, but he replaced them with his own army. So now that the Monday, Pobolo is your next governor-select, Abi, his guys can't wait. The lawlessness kicks off right away. Have you seen this?
Una know me. I got the money stop. Global welfare stop. National union stop. Government money pay.
Good boy.
For government, how much? Totally. Collect your government money. I will not stop government money, but we will come and speak over the government money because that money is too big. I know they hide my face. My name is Comrade Charade. A former president driver welfare. A founding father driver. So we please. The drivers are being bondage for long. I am not here to say give me money. I must lose my driver from bondage. We have won this state, and I use the driver to campaign against Obaseki. Because of his character. Today, APC have taken over the state. As a method of the party, I was pushed away not to collect drivers on big money because I did not work for Obaseki. I work for my government. Oppresion have been named as a governor. Slap everything down. Drivers are not supposed to pay more than 200 or 300. Government is supreme. The illegal money should stop. Agberu, stop. Let me tell you, National Union of Road Transport Council, Employee Council, Illegal Welfare Council, Revenue Continue. If you want to collect your money, when you see them, tell them, Shabba Seven and not call you again. If you allow them to do these government promises, I will use it to tie you. Because as of today, you are the landlord of this place.
Thank you, sir.
You are directing you are collecting money on behalf of the state government and the local government. We cannot stop that. We cannot dispute that. But illegal money more, stop. You hear me? Follow your own continue. You are not here to attack your money. You are here to advise you.
God bless you. You are welcome.
Can you talk fast? I have a lot of
please. This money we are paying. Now go for junior and the government.
How much are supposed to be governor? 800. Collect only that 800. Collect only that 800. Where the government ticket?
They do together. It's together.
It's together, sir.
You know, it was removed because it didn't work for Obaseki. Thank God they are now back in power. They can't wait. Okay? The one that they know is legal, which is local government or state revenue. Others that are being collected, for now, stop. Because we have to reconstitute everything. We are back. Back in power now. Edo people, good luck to you. Okay? There's no real difference per se. If we come to if all of us want to be honest, right? Everyone is there to rip you off. And the reason why people will fight themselves is when they are removed from collecting the money. So you get, so if another person take over tomorrow, they will chase them away again. All this money is what some of them actually flex on. They are everywhere all over Nigeria. Agberos, who are very rich. Very, very rich. In Lagos State alone, in a single day, Agberos in Lagos are making more than 100 million naira. No joke. They actually did the research on them that in a single year, the Agberos in Lagos alone, I'm using Lagos now because that's when they worked on, okay? Agberos in Lagos alone, they are making more than 100 billion naira. You see MC Oluero and Co. They are making more than 100 billion naira in a year. That's the cheapest. So some say that it's over 240 billion naira. So imagine thugs, political thugs, right? Collecting money. And the money is not going to any government cover, just them. That's why you can see them. They can buy any latest automobile. You will see them buying the most expensive cars. What's that guy's name? Kabaka. When his hotel was demolished, did you see the property? Very massive, expensive property that Obaseki destroyed then. Have you seen Kabaka's house? Agberu. Have you seen his house? In Benin. These guys are making a kill. The money doesn't go to government cover. It doesn't go to the state. It goes to them. And that is why they are willing and ready to kill anybody or whichever political party they support to get to power. So there is no real difference per se. It is a jungle. Nigeria is a jungle. Where what do you call it? Other dangerous animals feed on the weak animals. You know the weak? The weak are some of you, the oppressed. You have no choice. Don't be saying you get any choice per se. It is why we call it a contraption. You see all those dangerous animals are the ones with guns and other. You see them there? They don't need school. They don't need education. They don't need anything. All they need is the violence, coordinated violence. And they will eat better than those of you wasting your time going to school. Like these ones too, from Rivers.
If you dey follow nation wicked, no follow corner. If you can tell me something. If you can tell me something. If you can tell me something. If you dey follow nation wicked, no follow corner. If you can tell me something. What did not Abraham tell us? If you follow wicked, don't follow corner. Professor will tell me something. Professor, what didn't tell us? If you follow yes and wicked, don't follow corner. You tell us something. Our supporters waiting on our talk. Follow yes and wicked, don't follow corner. Honest supporters tell us something. All right. ABC. Renewal. ABC. Renewal. Make an idea careful. Many things do for anybody. Just look at. I play the music. What is your name? Music. Not be our fault. We see. Tell me something.
Follow wiki. If you dey follow yes some wiki, no follow corner. Make you not tell me something. Those are grown-up men. In Rivers State, for example, now where the wiki they control APC. Now in they control PDP. He is also the one controlling Labour Party. That's how powerful he is. And he is generally known as ATM. With the wiki. Those are the people in charge of your country. Those are the people who are going to make Nigeria work. So if you delude yourself, finish. Maybe you should call me. We can have a talk. This guy is telling you, he's asking you that if you give them support, they feel help you kidnap Tifnumbu. A Fulani terrorist. Living his own life.
‘Yan Najeriya ku ba mu haɗin kai mu kamo Bola Tinubu don Allah, tun da bai da kishin ƙasa.
If you support us, we can help you kidnap Tifnumbu. That's a Fulani kidnapper, a Fulani terrorist. Among those you will see regularly on the TikTok, displaying a word of cash, ransom they collected from their victims that they kidnapped. It is what Nigeria is now. But we will leave them at it, because I've got something for you from Ghana. As much as you have a lot of problems that you are facing in Nigeria, right? It shouldn't change or stop you from knowing what is going on with your neighbor, Ghana. But even though what Ghanaians are facing is, according to David Undenyi, is most like maybe 15% of what you are facing in Nigeria. But they are already out fighting it out, making it an international wahala, because their lives depends on it. Illegal mining. Illegal mining done by Galamsey. You see, there is this body, right, who has taken over the Western Ghana, where they are looking for gold. And in the process, they have destroyed the entire ecosystem, destroyed the land structure, destroyed the underwater system of Ghana, the water body, to the point that people of the Western Ghana are possibly just drinking this. This is what looks like the water they drink in that place as we speak. So they've now staged a nationwide protest to call the attention of the government to their plight. Save us, save us. Rather than them being saved, right? The government of Akufo-Addo has been clamping down on Ghanaians, arresting them, locking them up. They have a date that they set aside to demonstrate across the country to call the attention of the authority to their plight. But rather than listen to them, ladies and gentlemen, Baba, they have been clamping on them. I'll show you what it is like in Ghana, especially in the last few days. It is horrible. I have a combined video here, including those that they have locked up. Right now, the hashtag in Ghana is free the citizens. Say no to Galamsey. And this is what the Ghanaian government is overlooking, and at the same time, the terror they are unleashing on their own citizens. Akufo-Addo is currently in New York, right? In fact, I heard that he's been given some award here and there. The guy doesn't give a damn. But this is Ghana.
Galamsey na mo ye ne ka ho asem na mo ntie no mo help ne kala epu na ye brown no sumo epu na ye brown no Galamsey na mo ye ne ka na mo ntie no mo he epu no na ye brown no mo help no epu pa ni epu na ye brown no Epunaya brown, come on. A canamuntian, Galamsey na moyani a canamuntian, Epunaya brown. If I could show me baby a pra, and near in the boom, no. Pra and near upon the boom. Charlie. The question may be a pra near upon the boom, no. What's that?
This is Gozo in a Hafo region.
Five. I have a reading God. Come on. Say, I'm Captain Final, say, I've been going on limbo.
Bring the boss set them close, I beg you.
Glenn,
So you spoke about not being able to sleep comfortably. You were kneeling down.
On Tuesday, I went to the place. I had to come from 11 a.m. to yesterday morning. Go back. Guess what? Okay.
Wait,
But I am back.
Go back.
Back where? Please don't push me. I am back. But I am back. Oh. Please don't push me. Don't touch me again next time. Don't push me. Don't touch me. You asked me to go back. I went back. Don't touch me. Please. Next time, don't touch me.
Go and spread it out. Keep fighting. We are fighting for good water.
All of us cannot buy water. Some of us cannot buy dry water. We can't buy imported water. We are here. We are fighting for imported water. They cannot intimidate us. That's why we are fighting for our country. They cannot take sides and flee. You are telling innocent people.
Use this energy on Galamsey menace. Not on gas.
Is it true that they provided you people with papaya?
Never. Nobody provided
no food in the cell.
They are not being given access to our family council.
17 people in one cell.
17. Wow.
Medina, bed bags, 25 people in cells. 25 people in cells. Medina.
Fight for your right. Fight for your right. Do not let me be alone.
Stop illegal mining. Stop illegal mining in Ghana. Stop illegal mining in Ghana. President Akufo-Addo. Stop illegal mining in Ghana. Release the protesters now. Release the protesters now. Stop holding them without legal representation. Stop holding them without medical attention. Stop holding them without food and water. Ghana's president is involved in illegal mining, arresting protesters without legal representation, holding them for days without food and water. And he's here talking about environmental issues. This is the water bodies in Ghana. The president is involved in illegal mining. He's highly involved. His ministers are involved. The members of parliament are involved. And this is how the water bodies look in Ghana now. Very soon, we will be importing water in Ghana. And the president is a criminal. Now you cannot even criticize anything in Ghana because as soon as you do that,
to lie to the UN.
The police would arrest you without legal representation. This is what is happening in Ghana. You cannot speak your mind. The courts are cowed. The police service are cowed. Everybody is scared of the president. They hold you without legal representation. Nothing is happening in Ghana. The president's cousin was the finance minister. He's borrowed more money than anybody in the history of the country. Anytime Ghana borrows money, part of the money, he's the servicer of the loans, goes into the family account. The president is highly involved in illegal mining. In Ghana, we call it galamsey. People are speaking against these. They've arrested them without legal representation because he's packed the courts with his party affiliates. They are holding all the protesters as we speak. Free the protesters now. Free the protesters now. Go on Google Drive. Google Galamsey. You will see that the rivers in Ghana look exactly like this. Go on Google Drive and check. Ghana's river bodies look exactly like this because they are mining gold in the water body. And the police are not doing anything. They are rather arresting citizens. They are rather arresting citizens. I beg, give me.
I know chop somebody they call.
Yes, we don't care that you're protesting.
Yes.
We hope that the media is advised accordingly to choose a side. You either belong to those fighting against Galamsey, or you belong to those fighting for Galamsey. We were at the courts yesterday, and by every indication, those fighting for Galamsey appear to be winning. And so we are convicted in our hearts and in our minds that the case will not be resolved in the courts. We will not find justice there. We are only going to find justice in the streets. And this is why we are calling on the people of Ghana to stand up. Arise like we did in 1948. We are not a people who are afraid or who can be silenced. History has shown that we are a people who would explode and fight injustice and oppression wherever we find it. And so on this day, we remind ourselves of our history, and we invoke that history. The history of Sergeant Ajete, the history of Private Corporal Atipu, Lance Corporal Odate, and all of that. The history of our independence fighters, Osajefo Kwame Nkrumah, and across the continent.
It just seems like Africa is bedeviled with evil, selfish, self-centered leaders. All for what? Money and more money. Like Ghana will soon be importing water simply because some people want gold, and they destroy the water body of Ghana, and they won't stop, since those who are supposed to stop them are benefiting from it. I heard that the Ghana gold mine and all that is owned, as this is said, I mean, it's like about 90% of Ghana gold or gold mining fields is owned by the Americans. And to clear it or clean it, you'll first take the Ghana gold to Dubai before it finds its way to Europe and America. All for that. And millions of people are going to be subjected to what? Lack of clean water in 2024. But their president is in America. He's currently in the US, United Nations, talking about climate change, and other nonsense they are promoting there. But they are destroying the same climate, destroying the land back home. Well, I'll leave and rest my rant at this point. If you do have anything to say as well, this may be your shot. This is what the Western Ghana now look like. This purpose or the reason why their water body is so destroyed. And right now, millions of people would have to kind of live through this, or better still, import water to drink in Ghana. Thank you so much for being part of this evening. We should have the line opened. So I'm going to try and see if the line works, okay? After this break. If it does, yeah, we'll take some calls. If it doesn't, we'll call it a night. So I'll take a break, and I will be back in a minute or two. Thank you. Thank you. And welcome back. So it seems the line is working. And then to those of you who might want to contribute to this conversation this evening or this night, yes, try the number on the screen, okay? And hopefully you can add your own voice to all that have been said so far. Jefferson is our first caller this evening. Jefferson, how are you, sir?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Maiyegun. How you doing?
We're very well, thanks. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Very, very great.
Class, please.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Can you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course, I can hear you. Beautiful. I think the network was almost coming out, but I'm glad I'm hearing you.
It's been acting up lately, so I'm glad that we're able to kind of connect it this evening. So yeah, let's do it. Go on, please.
All right. So basically, I actually watched the show concerning the loss, both yesterday and today. First has to do with the army and their treachery and all that. And then now the second one is the Bobrisky thing. You know, what do we expect really? You know, this is what the Weibo will say is breakdown of law and order. You know, there's so much breakdown of law and order in the fact that people do whatever they want to do. You know, for Bobrisky, I think the guy needs to be extremely careful and even very dark man. In as much as they're exposing the ills, they need to protect themselves because, you know, one thing with the Nigerian project is when you are trying to expose people and the law enforcement and the powers that be do not like it, it will be a story for another day. I wish they even did it without even broadcasting. It could have been a very good thing. You know, they'll just send it to another number and also broadcast it again. They will never know what happened, and they will all be in awe. They say, how did this come about? You know, so it's kind of unfortunate, actually. You know, and as it is, the government is kind of confused. They don't have a clue what they want to do. They don't even know where to even start from. And then look at the lawmakers. Look at what they were saying. You know, it's as usual. It's more of a kangaroo thing. A committee. So what good will actually come out from the committee when at the end of the day they will just corner files as the people and you know, they say, how do we get this off the hook? It's just
the carpet and that's it.
And just have it swept under the carpet, you know. So and at the end of the day, nobody really gets punishment for anything. And is the prison a good experience? I can share mine. I can remember when I was in university, they tried to say, oh, some of us are in this group or the other. Right. It's not a good thing. That was far back 2002. I knew what I experienced. I know you shared your experience too, where you have to remove your shirt and with the boxers and all. The prison is in a very...
They knew we were not the culprit. They were not even going after the real criminals. Since they had us, that's enough for them.
So, exactly. So, man, the experience was a nightmare, you know, and that is the state of our prisons. They claim that they are improving it, but who knows? Who knows? Meanwhile, in some other prisons, you can literally have a 3 square meal. You know, other prisons in other parts of the world, our own is like as if you are sent to hellfire. We are enjoying hellfire, but you are still facing that hellfire again.
Yeah, you know, prisons around the world are called correctional facilities. Nigeria own is like a prison, hell. So if anybody goes hellfire fresh, they didn't go to any prison, obviously.
Exactly. And the way they will treat you, the way they will punish you, and of course, and what do you expect again? Because even the armed forces, they are confused. They have a very poor. In fact, their mindset is thwarted. They don't even have a clue of what they are doing. First of all, they see everyone as criminals. They see themselves as saints. Meanwhile, they themselves are the criminals. You know, and there has never been any proper reform, even since in since the Civil War up till now. Everything is just going the way they want. So I don't know where we are going, to be honest. It's just unfortunate we are in this.
That's where we're going. And that's why we're asking everybody.
Exactly.
Please join the train, join the movement, and ask for a peaceful dissolution of this place before we all get like poof like that.
Exactly.
We shall see.
Exactly. People they must their dialogue. They have no option. but to dialogue at this point.
We shall get there. Thank you so much for opening the floor this evening.
You're welcome.
One, sir.
You're welcome.
Cheers, man. So that's Jeff, all the way from, I believe, New Jersey or New York. I can't really, remember right now, but yeah, from the US. Here is another caller, though. Hello.
Hello, good evening, General.
Oh, good evening, sir. How are you, Baba?
I'm all right, thank you. Thank you so much for all you've been doing. I will start from that.
For being part of it.
And not only for tonight's presentation, but all you've been doing.
Thank you.
I just have one statement. I mean, not statement, advice I want to send down to Nigeria.
A contribution, please.
Yes, please. And it has to do with even the thugs and the ones that call themselves past hero, the good ones, the fathers, the grandfathers. One thing they forgot to realize is, even though they travel abroad, they will still always eager to go back to Nigeria. And the ones that the leaders or the past people have spoiled their life, which are the thugs, I don't think they will want to leave Nigeria in a more bad state, I would say. So why I'm saying this, I think they need to have a sense and a rethink, including Tinubu or Obasanjo, or all of them. Even though they send all their children abroad and they get nationality for them, those children, they will not have their cousins to talk to. They have close friends to talk to. So I don't think that abroad will be their home. Africa will still always want to be their home. So if they like, they sit down and they rethink. If they spoil Africa, they've spoiled their tomorrow. I'm sorry to say, but
where to go back to as well. So what's the point?
Exactly. What's the point? And I'm sorry to say, people like Awolowo, I think his children, Awolowo might do good, or he has done his own bit. The Baba Akinloye, all of them like that. They might have done their own bit. But the point is, as of today, their children will still want to live in Africa or Nigeria. Awolowo's children are in Nigeria, or grandchildren, they are in Nigeria. Better place to live.
There?
I'm still there.
Okay. Something
Hello?
Sort of felt like
yes, please.
We lost you there. Okay, go on, please.
Yeah, sorry. So their grandchildren or their children will still have a place to live. But as of today, the place is not good for anybody. Those that are there, it's not good for them. Those that are in abroad, they don't want to go back home. So all of them that are still alive, they need to think, even including Tinubu himself. If he completely spoil Nigeria, his grandchildren, no matter how he steal all the money of Africa or Nigeria. Exactly. So that's the message I want to send to them, because I know they listen to you. They are the ministers, they listen to you. They know everything about all these things we are saying, or you are saying.
They are keeping tab on us anyway, trying to see what are we talking about and what is it that we are not talking about. You're right.
So they have to sit down and think about it.
Destroy this place, so but think that I'm giving your children a citizenship of another country. One day, right? What you are doing is that they will still have nowhere to come back to. Indeed.
Yes, yes. So that's my contribution tonight. Thank you so much for everything you've been doing.
Thank you so much too, as well, Baba. Thank you. So I have another person on the line. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Fine, Maiyegun, how are you doing?
Well, surviving, Baba. Thank you.
This is my first time calling you.
I can see.
I've been following your program. You're doing fantastically well.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you're doing. You see, there is something I've been trying to get to you to tell you. You know, most times, most of your callers, they will call. All they do is to blame us here in Nigeria, that we don't want to do anything about our government. See, Maiyegun, we are captured people already. There is nothing we can do from this end. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying.
I am with you. Absolutely.
Go out and protest. They will kill you. So I think you people in diaspora are in more position to save this country. You are free to protest. You know where these people are living. You know where they keep their children. I think you people are in the best position to save this country. Here we cannot do anything again. So please, I don't know. Well, I don't know how you people will go about it, but please, if you are more in position to save us, we are captured already. We can't do anything from here again.
I mean,
That is what I want.
Currently in New York as we speak. Most of these guys are in New York right now. Shittyman is there. Dele Alakori is there. Some of your ministers are there. Remy is there. And many of them are there right now. But guess what? There are Nigerians right now that are planning to meet with them, to take pictures with them. So you are right.
So please, you know where their children are schooling. You know their schools. There was one time in your program, I was listening to you. You said you can go to their schools and protest, and the school will take action. Because the schools knows that these people are the children of the criminal that are holding us down. We cannot do anything here. But there, you have the right. It's your right to protest. As here, it's our right to protest too. But we cannot protest anymore. The right has been taken away from us. So please, you should help on that end.
Thank you so much. That's why we have this platform as well, right? A place where a lot of people are supposed to be aware that, ignorance is just going to be a choice. Like, oh, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's not on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, except if you are pretending. But yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
I believe. Stand, Baba. You should take it easy, okay? And stay safe, all right? Thank you so much.
Thank you
for calling in, right?
Thank you.
So let's take another one. I've got another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello there. Hello.
Baba.
Hello, Maiyegun Wahab from London.
Al-Aj Wahab from
my brother,
London.
nice to talk to you this evening. How is your head? I wish you all the best of luck. Stay strong.
Amen.
We all love your show.
Yes, sir.
A lot to talk about.
I know.
On Tuesday, you have a fantastic show. A guy that called before Ahmed, he said everything. He said everything, and Ahmed come over and say everything again. On Tuesday, I tried to call in too, but I know you're busy. That day is busy call.
I'm glad you kind of find a way in tonight. So whatever you felt to say on Tuesday, you can say it now, sir. Please.
I could say it now too.
Yes, sir.
The last caller, just say something like that. And the clip you show about the Ghanaian protesting in New York just show something like that.
Yes, sir.
We in diaspora, we have to stand up. That's where these people, they are going to school. That's where they shop. They go to Tesco. They walk around. They go to mall. They go to everywhere. We saw them in the train station. Let's do something. The Pakistani do it and succeed. The Sri Lanka do the same thing for their the corrupt leaders. They succeed. We Nigerians, we are more than Pakistani and Sri Lanka in this country. And we can't do nothing. We can't do nothing. Please, my people, the day. Let's stand up.
Because if we do nothing,
but tonight,
nothing will happen.
Nothing will happen. The people back home too, they should be listening. They should stand up. Mama there for us, I know one die. You have to stand up for something. But tonight, you touch my heart again. When you are talking about 100 billion stolen, vandalized by the Agbero of Lagos. Okay. You know why? We are all living in London. It's through London transport they take to repair London Road, every infrastructure in London. Metropolitan Paris, the same thing. Roma, I'm sure about that. Because Roma is metropolitan transportation money they're taking is what keep Roma till today. Same thing in New York, all the major big cities. And you are telling me Lagos State is 18 million population. Sanwo-Olu. If you look at the way they're transporting those boys to school in Makoko area of Lagos State, in Lagos mainland, you will be crying. You will be crying. And at the same time, Sanwo-Olu now said they have to be paying something equivalent to council tax in Lagos now. Where are all the money going? Nobody to collect rubbish bin in Lagos, no clean water. Why are they paying council tax to you again? People are paying where the money is. So it's the time for the people in Lagos to stand up and ask them questions. But I know one thing for sure. They are listening to this show. Ẹ bá wa béèrè lọ́wọ́ Sanwó-Olú gbogbo owó tó ń gbàǹbò lọ kò sí. Enough is enough. People, it's a now to stand up. Look at the pothole in Adeniji Adele. Look at the pothole in Idumagba Avenue. And you are paying all this money to the government. All the tax, even a kiosk, they have to pay tax. They have to pay money to the Lagos City Council. So where's the money going? Our politicians, they are so greedy. That's why we have to challenge them home and abroad.
We have to.
But please, my people.
Did you see the video I played yesterday, sir? Did you see the video I played yesterday in Djibouti?
Yeah.
Did you see it? And yet, people actually live there, where dubious Dapo is parading himself as their governor. He's also from Ijebu, you remember?
I know.
Yeah?
And people will be saying, he do this. They didn't do nothing. They're collecting tax from you people back home every day. If you come to London, that type of tax they collect from you, that's why they take to repair London. This Lagos State Transport Act Bureau have to hand. If they're collecting 100 billion naira, what of 100 billion naira, and the road is not
I was
good,
just being generous.
Money?
I was just being generous when I said 100. It was actually like 245 billion a year. That's how much. That's like half of the money that Lagos State has to generate.
Where's the money?
Where is the money? Alaji.
You're right. Where's the money? Same thing with Abattoir. If you're talking Peron, Agbo Malu, you take all the money, you don't clean Lagos. But thank you, Maiyegun, for taking my call tonight.
Thank you,
but
sir.
Thank you for everybody listening.
Thank you,
please,
sir.
We have to encourage each other. If you don't listen to the show on the 24th September, please go and listen to that show again.
God bless you,
sir. We have to.
Thank you so much, Alaji.
Thank you, brother.
One, eh? You have a good
keep it on.
Too,
keep it on.
Yes, sir. Well, I have another caller on the line here. Hello.
Maiyegun, my brother, how you doing?
I am very well, sir. How are you?
I give God the glory.
To God be the
glory. What in the happen now? How your side?
Same old, Baba. We are surviving. Oh, thanks for asking.
I want to talk about this. What in the happen for this country? The thing, the entire person, especially this Edo.
Oh, please go ahead.
This Edo election, not this what I am me pass. That be small thing. You see my point, my view about this country. Hello, Maiyegun.
Are they with you? All of us are hearing
you. What thing they try to talk? We say, you see, Nigeria. No be Tinubu there for power. Me, I see now. Hello.
Go ahead. We are all hearing you.
I say me, I see person where they in charge of Nigeria like Remi Tinubu. And this, yes, now they talk say Tinubu. And they say the guy don't, say the guy they lose memory now. We could be honest to ourselves. Now, Madam, they in charge. Chief of staff they take order from Madam. You understand? Yes, and me, I disagree with that guy. We talk say people waiting for diaspora and who go help us. How will go take help? You have to fight. You have to take the country by force. How will come there for diaspora? They help people waiting for that place. I don't understand. I don't know whether I understand what they mean.
I deal with you.
How will go come now? We know if we help now. For even for abroad, we hear what would they people sacrifice? Even for Paris here, people fight, make sacrifice. People die, people live. You understand? So we're not gonna come there say people waiting for diaspora, come there, people waiting for home. Waiting how we can't take help. We have to hit the streets now. If hit the street, things they happen. Military no fit help us. The military they corrupt. Yeah. You understand? Military is highly corrupt. Now the woman they in charge, no be the man. The man just did their ceremony, and if they want people come, they go present them. But now the person where they rule Nigeria and Remi Tinubu, from my best of knowledge, now waiting how they feel with that.
So they feel
and now the chief of staff they take instructions from the woman don't do for government. You know everything about governance now. You understand? She know everything about governance.
You know, things now way of trying to exonerate Tinubu. To say somebody
else
in charge. Like they said Buhari no day in charge, but horrible things were kind of carried out. And
it happened true, but he just did. He just did there, but he no. Okay, why no go United Nations this thing? Because he don't know what he want talk. He no go feel. He gonna look paper. What he want talk. He don't know anything. The man they lose memory. Don't sabi. They just present them like say You understand? I try to tell you now. He know they Remi Tinubu they inform past Tinubu himself. You understand? Now try to tell you. Most of the things where they happen there, the woman just there behind the scenes.
They must be say, me, I don't like them. Sure you get. I don't like them. But sometimes I
need to know like them.
Maybe we not write manifesto. How come you know they follow your manifesto? Try do something with inside that your manifesto. At least try them. But this time they don't even use manifesto to run the place again anymore. Everybody just a guess. Everybody just a guess. Every day they go try something. Try them again. Try another one. Try another one. And the open
try a lot. Try a lot. Now what thing they happen for Nigeria? Try a lot. People they die hungry. They everywhere hungry day. People they die. My good the thing they tire me sometimes.
Thank you very much for sharing
my
your
country.
own view in that regard. Okay, man.
Yes.
Another one. God bless you, Baba.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, man.
God bless you too, brother.
Yeah, you too. So I've got Tony here. You there? I mean, how you doing, Baba?
Oh, good evening, Maiyegun.
Good evening, sir.
Hello? Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes,
very quickly, you know, I don't talk too much. For those in Nigeria that think I will leave here that I am, United Kingdom, and come and work and come and carry black hat for them and leave my job, leave my business and come there, you guys must be smoking something. See, what you guys can do is that the minute you stop taking 500 naira from them, 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira, rise from them and say we're not doing, and you don't even have to hit the streets. Sit down in your house. When it was sit down, when the IPOB called for sit down, civil disobedience and all that, everybody was abusing Igbos. I hear a lot of people that even call, so all those Egmons in London that all supported Tinubu because it's not working now. Everybody is talking as if they want good governance. All of these people that are called, all these hypocrites that are even calling in right now, all of them, all those Egmons in London and Ireland and all that, they all supported the criminal. And now
I'm going to stop you there, okay? Sometimes, right, I can disagree with you as well, okay? Stop generalizing now, okay? People on this platform, there's nobody here. People may express themselves, all right? Please stop generalizing now. On this platform, nobody here supported Tinubu. Nobody. So don't use that word on them. Stay your mind. Listen. Say your mind and stop, right, generalizing the callers on this platform now, okay? There is nobody here. Nobody here since I've been running this platform that actually genuinely supported Tinubu. Nobody. So don't call them hypocrites. Okay? Don't call them hypocrites. Just state your mind and do not attach them. Please. Do you understand? I know these people who listen to my platform. There is nobody here. Nobody here that call onto my program that supported Tinubu or Nigeria. And I won't kind of like, let you kind of pass it on to them anymore, please.
Okay,
go ahead,
okay, Maiyegun. Maiyegun. All I'm saying here is that they do their own bits, we'll do our own bits.
Yes, I mean, I can agree with you on that. Okay, but please don't generalize on this call as well.
They cannot.
Please.
They can't just start calling us that we need to do our own bits and all that, because the freedom that exists in this country, some people pay the price. Until somebody is ready to pay the price and all that, we just can't go on. I mean, look at what is going on. Look at what is just going on with this case of Bobrisky and all that. Somebody that is meant to be in the prison is not in the prison. So that tells us that it's not even the first time it's happening. You're driving a nice car and all that. You're stopped with it. You're stopped, and somebody is threatening to even shoot you.
I know.
Those people are even lucky to be alive to even tell the story. So the thing is that we just need to do the right thing. We just need to do the right thing. We need to do the right thing. Do our own bit and all that. You cannot call us. You cannot call people in the diaspora to come and do the dirty work for you. And if everybody is feeling it, if in fact the people in the diaspora are feeling it more than people in Nigeria, but they do not understand.
I agree.
We get phone calls every day.
Fight any fight for anybody. I said that myself, that I as a person, right, it would be so foolish and self-aggrandizement to say I am fighting for anybody's right. Able-bodied men and women who knows the danger that we are all in should be standing up, right, to say I am ready to fight, not you fight for me, or come on, you know what I mean? So I agree with you on that one. If you are not ready to fight, right, then maybe everybody should just wait and die. You know, nobody's going to fight for anybody. There is no Messiah coming from anywhere to save anybody. The moment all of us knows that if you are not willing to fight, then don't count on any other person to do your fight for you. I would agree with you on that one, Tony.
Thank you, Maiyegun. That's all I have to say.
You have a good one, okay? Thank you so much.
All right, you too. Bye.
Yes,
yeah, bye.
So, because you know something, everybody who knows that I have people who have been warned. You see, people will be like, oh, you said you are listening to that guy. If you see the disciples of MaiyegunsDiary Politico, people from this temple, there are most people that are believed to be radicalized enough that others feels like if you are thinking like that, Maiyegun, it's like you are watching that Maiyegun, that's why you're talking like that. So that's why I wouldn't like anybody to generalize and also put the viewers of MaiyegunsDiary Politico, people who contribute onto this platform every now and then put them in the basket of those, right, who actually are enabling the rot in Nigeria. Yes, we might have people here who are like a closet supporters. Or if you see people who pick up their phones on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I am yet to see one person in the last 12 years that I've been running this platform. Any one single person that comes on this platform to give excuse for the criminals of Nigeria. I am yet to see one. There are times I've actually said, why can't the Abobakus, who are keypad warriors, pick up the phone and call in to come and explain to us what we don't know, instead of you typing? Why not pick up the phone? There are times I've said, if they burn you well, pick up the phone. They never picked up the phone to defend Tifnumbu or Bokwari here. So I don't want anybody to call in and generalize my viewers and call them like a hypocrite. No. Nobody is hypocrite here. We are here to express ourselves enough. And there are those who are actually acting, not just talking. They are acting. But yeah, it may not really be so effective as we want it. I've had a system whereby on this platform, I have called in for protest. In Glasgow here, people showed up. I have called in for assemblage in London, which I flew to London. People showed up. I have attended many rallies in Glasgow, in London, and through this platform. People showed up and said, oh, Maiyegun, I heard it from your platform. That's why I'm showing up. People left their job or, all the way from work. They attended. How many of you remember that time when I was shouting that Bokwari should go back to Nigeria? When Bokwari was stuck in that house in London, I was there. There were those who actually, because they saw me, they saw the video, they saw the broadcast, they joined us in London. So that's the most we can do. As much as most of us will not probably go out there and go to Nigeria to carry placard for them. But the little we can, I respect everybody on this platform who have actually shown faith And I've had people who have called to, it's like making a clarion call, and people rose. They raised fund, all in an effort to see that we are doing something, against the rotten system. So please, I know we can all be a little bit like, upset about the whole thing. But I need that due respect for my viewers because they are different. They are special. You guys are special here. Yeah, we may not be as big as some of those other platforms. But when they talk about those who are already radicalized, those who are very much aware of what's going on in that contraption, those who are really, really awake, come to MaiyegunsDiary Politico. So please, when you call in, respect them. Respect the viewers here. Here is another caller. Hello.
My king.
Oh, the Prince Adebayo, right there from Sweden. How are you, sir?
My king, I'm very good. I'm very good. In fact, my king. This recently, another person we are looking up to just fall our hand again. But you remain complete 100%. You seem to be the only one that.
So I owe it to a lot of people who spend their hours here almost every day. You get that now? It would be a shame if all of this is just for nothing. You know what I mean?
Telling you, if this platform is the only thing I listen to, I carry it like a Bible. It is the blood that flows in my vein. Baba, anyhow you do it, please, may God give you the energy to be doing morning, afternoon, and evening, so that my life will be complete.
Bless you.
Because I cannot continue with the frustration of life. I need this blood tonic. This thing I've discovered that any day I don't listen to you, it's like something is missing.
I know, like something is missing. The whole thing is not really complete. I can imagine.
Baba, I beg, this is our Nigeria problem. We have crossed the line because that country, with the way they are stealing, with the way they are doing, these people don't seem to know tomorrow that country may disappoint their children. They don't even love their children. They don't even love their wife.
They don't care.
Some of them, they don't care. So me, I'm already gobbling what will happen to a failed state and the citizens. Well, I've gone far. I've left that junction of whether they can repair the country. This country, with the way they are ready to die on top of that place than for us to get it back. And when I see this country, the two images that come to my mind is this Oshomole and Tinubu. Two rotten people that are fighting to take states.
Where Ekwebolu and others were bending the nail, kissing the ring. Because that's what happened. And they said that is typical of a drug cartel, the drug lord.
Exactly.
They will tell you to bend the nail. You have to bend the nail and then kiss the ring.
Mafia dons.
Mafia.
These people they are ready to kill and die for that place. And the powers that are fighting for them. You see how they target and find people who either protest. You see the high technology with which they get them.
And then get them jailed.
They track them. Yeah, it's like they are watching us from the moon. They are watching Nigeria because Nigeria is so important to them. They are watching it from the moon. Anybody that want to take it. That's why they will never let Nnamdi Kanu come outside. Because that guy is the only person that has. I'm sorry to use this analogy, but the spirit, the only person that resembles that guy is this one from Germany that I don't want to mention his name, that was able to convince the whole nation to follow him to World War II. That's the only person that resembles, that charisma that Nnamdi Kanu has.
Such aura that can inspire a nationwide revolution, kind of.
Revolution, because that World War II, that German one, the Germans failed the First World War. So they paid the price, and their working class were suffering. So they needed something to bring back their pride, and that man was talking something that we want to listen. It's the same thing with the Nigerian situation. The pride of the Igbos has been taken. was being smashed left, right, and center by these criminal people, and they will say it's the whole. It's not the whole Nigeria. It is those criminal politicians. They know how to use tribes against each other. So that man came up and he was resurrecting that pride again. And these people were beginning to see that they can stand as proud people. That they don't remove him. Now they can't to me, that man is the most charismatic person I've ever seen. And that is why they will never.
You see, that is why it's so disappointing as well that you know, they could do this, and it seems that they are getting away with it. I don't know how long it's going to take them. You get that now, but
they are getting away with it because they are watching us from the moon. And in satellite, nothing watch. So by make it call, what you monitor. How are they doing it if they are these people I see there that Boko Haram and these people are dealing with them? They are using superior technology from somewhere. And our West, you don't support one. So me, I'm already googling what will happen to a failed state. Because me, I had left that junction, that place, Kuledamo. You cannot Google it.
I mean,
like
you go and check. There is this report here, which is mostly about Nigeria as a failed country by 2030. You know what they predicted, Prince? They said that Nigeria will become the properties of private individuals. Okay, and all these private individuals, they will share the entire place, and with the collaboration of their partners from all over the globe, right? We have been shared as a people. We have been shared, and we are shared according to our resources. You get that now? Failed state by 2030. This was written by some researchers in the US as far back as the year 2012, 12 years ago. They have it all detailed here. I remember sharing the link in one of our programs. If anybody takes time to read this, you see all of this crisis, right? The Fulani terrorists, what do you call it? The war of mineral resources, and then the tribal war, the ethnic war, and all they are sponsoring and mobilizing weapons into Nigeria. All these groups that are going to turn on themselves. By 2027, there will be similar thing that's going on in Borno, in Yoruba land as well. It's already been agitated in Igbo land. You see all these killings in Olu, Osu, in just these places, right? They are all predicted here 12 years ago. All the Igbos that they are going to recruit, they will begin to kill their fellow Igbos, thinking they are fighting for Biafra in disguise. All of it have been written here 12 years ago. Look at this. The northern region, the western region, the eastern region, all the resources in these areas have been shared. You see, people just need to understand that they are not seeing Nigeria as a country. They are just seeing Nigeria as a mineral-rich place. They do not see the people. They are seeing the resources. And to be able to access all these resources, they need to keep people fighting, killing themselves. So now, today, you have different families in Nigeria who control the vast areas where all these resources are in Nigeria. Please, we are done for. Just people should know. Let us continue to speak grammar. But for those of us who are still aware today, maybe we have a chance of safeguarding or saving this to some extent. Maybe, just maybe. Prince, thank you so much. I'll talk to you again.
Thank you.
You have a good one, sir. Hello there. Are you there?
Yeah, good evening.
Oh, that's Adeza from Edinburgh. How are you doing, sir?
Hi, I'm good. How's everything?
Well, I'm here, surviving.
Thank you for your good work.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I want to disabuse the mind of some people who say that Tinubu did not travel to see US for the meeting and he sent what they call him, the vice president. Tinubu stayed back to rig election for Edo State. That's what he did. He don't just want distraction.
He didn't want to go away. I don't want his voice.
No, for him to hear immediately that he was in the village there to supervise what is happening in those states.
No, you know what Dele Momodu said? Dele Momodu said, Obaseki, he would be surprised if Obaseki didn't know this. That Tinubu actually told them that he wanted a do by crook or hook.
He said it before. He said it before. It's public. He said it in the media. Oh, that's not like something that he said privately.
Even people with the PDPO, they also worked to ensure this happened. People who deal with Obaseki, they worked to make it happen. Nobody say just APC this alone. No. Even people with the inside PDP with Obaseki, they worked to make it happen.
Okay. Because of the police and all that, they were just instruments they use. They hide themselves. Like, okay, look at it. Lagos State Governor was there. Senate President was there. They are not there to vote. Why are they there? They have no function there. Adam Oshomo, all of them, they were there. All the APC stuff, they were there. Not that they are there to vote. They don't have any function to do there. They were there putting pressure on INEC and the rest of them to ensure that this is rigged in their favor. Understand? And you know what I keep on saying? There are no consequences. People who are supposed to discipline, they are the one committing the crime. Who is to discipline them? And I said it the other day that the way the people cry out in Edo State, that's how it will be in Ekiti. That's how it will be in Anambra. In as much there is no consequences, the people who are supposed to discipline are the people who are committing the crime. And the National Assembly, they are there. They are what? They are doing the same thing. The opposition party in the two houses, when you join them together, they are more than the ruling party. They all they keep quiet. So what do you expect to happen? Do you understand? So that is what happened. Not that he decided to stay back so that because he already promised to give Edo back to APC. And unfortunately, the people of Edo too, they also combine efforts and do it because you know, like Olumide said, that it's unfortunate that Nigerian or some people in Edo State, they decided to watch, to appreciate or to have a passion for their captors. And they are there. Understand? Another thing I wanted to say is that where is Abdul Salam and Kuka? This accord. All the things that happened there now, they keep quiet. So look, if PDP did not sign, other people sign. So all these things that all those CSO have been crying. Have you heard Absalam and Reverend Kuka to speak anything? They didn't say anything. The next thing they go now is to go to Ondo State to go for peace accord. When that peace is restored, they will never come out to speak on behalf of Nigeria. The money that are allocated to that office, that is what they are enjoying. That's just the thing they are enjoying. So nothing else. Like the issue of Obi message after the election.
Said, jobless, very dark man. What is wrong with people? I just want to comment that somebody said very jobless, very. What is really wrong with people? For God's sake.
Maiyegun,
like you actually have something against a young man to type in there and say jobless. What is wrong with people?
Maiyegun, you know you'll be saying something. It is very difficult to fight for some Nigeria, not all of them, shall. To fight for some, they prefer to die in the hand of their oppressors.
Just like what we've been talking about. Somebody actually typed that and said, jobless, very. What is wrong with people, for goodness sake?
You know, there's something you see, Maiyegun.
Continue.
Maiyegun, don't just say, Maiyegun, see, you see, somebody who commit a crime, there's something you normally put that. When you see become a crime, for somebody to expose the criminal. Do you understand? Do you know say that there are many people Nigeria hold in high esteem? If you know what they are doing, Nigeria will stone them to death. You see, I was in Nigeria then. I was working with one of the state government. You see, those people that you say they travel with the government plate number. If you know what they are carrying their motor, if you know the thing they are carrying their motor, you know the government plate number, green number, they know they check them.
I know.
They know they check them. If you know what is in those cars, I'm telling you, you will run. Those people, most people that Nigeria hold in high esteem, if they know what they are doing, okay, you just expose the issue of the son of Adeboye now, who collect contract, who did not do it. How will you have believed that the son of Adeboye, who said Nigeria is having a spiritual problem, the son will go and collect contract and you will not execute it? If other people do that, they not execute it. But him as a child of God, according to me, supposed to execute it to show a kind of a sign that he's a child of God. Do you understand? Okay. Oh no. After they do election, Obi said, no, he made a message that showed that these people what they are doing now, it will eventually destroy them and their children. But the Bible says he that is already built for destruction, he will never hear. Or that they will never hear. Somebody said that Obi is a serial failure. He will never accept this. But the person that is saying this, all that happened in Edo say he witnessed it, but he said that how will you accept failure when somebody in your presence read you out? It's as you accept, as you congratulate him. It is not done anywhere. Do you understand? Lastly, the issue of the police and NYC. I'm telling you that most of these people that you see that they are police, they are not police. So there are these people, what they call it, these people they say they rehabilitated criminals in Nigeria that kill people's family. They use taxpayer to rehabilitate them and deploy them to go and save the same Nigerian. Do you understand? Because I don't see why somebody will hold you if you commit offense. You take the person to court. You take him to the ATM
and collect money.
And collect the money. After this show on the television, you will not hear anything again, my brother. Even the show of Bobrisky, after some time, it will die like that.
We'll soon forget that. Just 4 days. After 4 days, right? It's over.
You know how many committee of
I've actually heard people that are saying, oh, this Bobrisky thing is a distraction. Yeah, after the rig do election, so they just brought this Bobrisky thing. This very dark man is working for APC to distract people from Edo. Like you demand, the rig Edo, you don't do anything. So what is this issue of Bobrisky distracting you with Edo election? How relative are they? Well, some people are saying, thank you, Jerry, my brother. I think now only me the reason now APC they bring all this is like they just told you that they shortchange a system. And you are not bothered about that. Even when they read their door, you did your room, they complain. You don't get on the street, they fight. Now they are exposing another corruption. You said, oh, they are using that to distract you. If they don't distract you, what do you do? What do you don't do? Okay?
My brother, the issue of EFCC and Bello and ICPC, it's not the same EFCC who went and removed Rocha's roof.
Same people we broke into Rocha's house through the ceiling. Same people we broke into Tibin Silva's house, former governor. Where Tibin Silva hide behind the door. You forget that picture? Now they could
You know why? It's one of the instrumentality that brought what they call it. What they call him.
And now
if they eventually do what they plan to, they may do the reality. It will expose them and it will affect 2027. You know now. You see, all of them, what they are doing, we know they are using. There is a certain thing that a Bello holds that is very high. If they decide to destroy him, he will destroy the rest of them. They know that's one of them are playing ball around it and the rest of them. So it's easy for them to hold their whole boys, but to hold the people who will destroy Nigeria, they will not. So,
I'll take another one, Baba. Thank you so much as always. You know,
all right, thank you.
Very good piece tonight. Okay, thank you very much. Right, you have a good one, sir. So here is another caller. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Lady Charm. How are you this evening?
I'm fine. No, how are you?
Well,
okay.
As always, you know.
Wow, I've enjoyed listening to all the callers, and I've enjoyed your show. You know, I enjoy your show.
I know you do.
Okay, let me start with
kind of add your own contribution.
Yeah.
You know.
Let me start with Galamsey, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Once again, the battle between the resources of Africa and its people. Guess who is always the loser?
Just us.
The people.
Mm-hmm.
Always the loser. The government is fully aware what Galamsey is all about and who actually at the end of the day gets that resources. But guess what? They couldn't even be bothered with the people, their welfare, their well-being. All they wanted is their gold. They don't care about the resources. It's almost as if we can, how else do you tell the people that they are inconsequential in the scheme of things, that they do not matter in the scheme of things? How else do you discard a people without saying, I'm discarding it? You take the resources, you couldn't be asked about the environment, the impact of what it is that you're doing, things that you know that if you did it in your own country, you would face legal consequences, right? But they come to Africa and they just do whatever. The other time I said to someone that our leaders don't behave normal. Our leaders behave like people that they have, they're being remote controlled. Because I cannot see how you can see the impact of a decision on your country, on your people, and you go ahead and, carry on. It boggles the mind. It certainly boggles my own mind because I don't understand it. Look at the whole place, the ocean, waterfall, everything. Affected. And you say you have a government.
And the most
people who are supposed to say
arrest everybody protesting about
everybody. Man. You are in a country where 93% of your gold does not belong to your own people. Maiyegun, there's some things that I don't know why Africans are not.
It's really if you pay attention sometimes to detail, you will know that there are some certain things that they are unbelievable. But they exist.
It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. It's unreal. You hear about people say, I traveled the world. When you say to them, where did you travel to? They name all the countries in the whole world. And guess where they did not mention? Africa. I don't know whether this is a deliberate thing by the world, but I think that it's gotten to the point where Africans have to say, enough is enough. I am alive. I exist. I am entitled, just as you are, to be on this planet. Just as you did not bring yourself here, I did not bring myself here. If you can have if you feel entitled to my resources, then you have to pay fair and square. I think this thing that we're doing here, I don't know. You have callers coming in and saying that, the diaspora should be the one to help you. No, I don't think so. The diaspora certainly have their own part to play. But for goodness sake, you're saying that, we know their schools. America has an embassy. The UK has an embassy. Nothing stops anybody in Nigeria from going to those embassies and protesting, for goodness sake. You're talking about, the schools know the students have parents who are criminals. Doesn't the United States know that Tinubu is a criminal, for goodness sake? You have the United Nations going on. And then Tinubu and Tinubu is not there, but Shetima and Co are all there. Are you telling me that the United States is ignorant of the fact that Shetima is a terrorist sympathizer, or that Remy's hand in the whole drug?
Is Remy not mentioned in the FBI file?
They are fully aware. So if we're living in a fair world, in a fair, whatever, they should not have been allowed entrance. So forget about the children being able to be there. You have to understand what is happening here. They do not give a toss about us.
They do not.
They never have, they never will, and we have to be the ones to tell them, you know what, you don't give a toss about us, we give a toss about ourselves, and enough is enough. So I do not agree that, this is a diaspora issue, that, they would kill you. For goodness sake, Nigerians, realize that you are not alive. Whatever it is that you are doing and you saying that you are alive, you are not alive, you are not living. You are just existing, and there is a difference. So don't put it on anyone. We are all in this together. We should be in this together, but don't act ignorant of one's politics. Don't kick the box. Everybody, yeah, exactly. If the diaspora, what we can do is we can go to United Nations, just the way the Ghanaians have gone. But don't be ignorant of world politics. Understand what the problem is and who the problem is. Okay, just use Ghana as an example. This is a whole nation with all of this resource. 93% doesn't belong to them. They've decided to go ahead and mine it to the detriment of the same people. Understand what the problem is and just tackle it, for goodness sake. And the people coming here and calling and saying that, oh, you just want to let them know. They know and they do not care. They know fully well that their children have all of this access and whatever. They don't care about you. You know, these are criminals in power. I'm not quite sure what kind of logic or reasoning you're expecting these criminals to have, because they don't have any. This is a soulless bunch. Okay? Maiyegun, honestly, this guarantee
we all have a chance at least to vent, and you know, one of these days, okay, it will go beyond just venting. For those who don't understand this, right, we are making it easier for a lot of people to stop cherry picking. So ignorance is now going to be a choice. Oh, I didn't know. Well, no, you do know. You're probably just never ready. But one of these days, we'll stop giving excuses. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we will stop giving excuses and we'll be ready. And we have to be ready. You know, we need to mobilize ourselves and get the earlier the better. Otherwise, we're looking. Anyway, the country is already disintegrated. So this is not even a question of, it will disintegrate. It's happening now.
2030 to 2031 is upon us, okay? You know what that report said? We are going to have rebels. We are talking about rebels that will be controlling territories. And they will be controlling those territories because they are sponsored from outside Nigeria. There will be, you know, very soon some area of Nigeria will become ungovernable. Is it not happening already? We have areas in northern Nigeria where people are paying taxes to terrorists. Today, 10 years ago, that would be impossible. But today it's happening. You know, so it's going to spread to the south, and we see how it goes.
I want people to understand that there's a lot going on in world politics. They really, really need Africa to be the way it is. They need it because there's a lot in terms of economics, right? They really need for Africa not to rise up and start talking about, you know what, you need to treat us fairly, you need to pay us fairly for our resources, because there's a lot going on in terms of wars, in terms of, you know, what they call it, all these diplomatic differences that they're having all over the world is impacting economy. And the only continent that they are building all of this economics or all of these economies and infrastructure is Africa. You know, half of the things that they use, more than half of the things that the world requires to function as it is comes from this continent. So it is in their best interest that we remain the way we are. But unfortunately, it is not in our own best interest. Maiyegun, thank you so much,
ma'am. Okay, you have a wonderful evening over there. Okay, have a good one. We have one possible last caller tonight. Maybe two, but I am going to say maybe just one. Our time, we are currently on clock, but we'll take this. So to those of us who are still here, please, if you haven't really liked the broadcast, I advise you should now, because we're almost at the end of it now. In the next few minutes, it will be over. Here is our last caller for the evening. Hello there. Do I still have you, or I have? Okay, I think I thought I lost you there. Hello.
Okay, hold on. I'll call you back, please. Yeah. Hello.
Oh, hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Maiyegun. Hallelujah.
Amen. How are you, sir?
Fine, Baba. Maiyegun. Oh my God, fún yín. Oh my God, fún gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbọ́rọ̀. Tó ń gbọ́ òye, àwọn tí wọ́n gbọ́ tó ń gbòdì ọ̀rọ̀, àwọn tó ń gbọ́ tí ò gbé ọ̀tún wọlé tí ò gba tòsì jáde, àwọn tó ń gbọ́ tó fi ń kọ́gbọ́n, tó ń fi ọgbọ́n tó fi ń ṣe ọgbọ́n, ọgbọ́n tí Ọlọ́run fi dá ayé tó fi dá ọ̀run, tó fún àwọn ọmọ èèyàn ní ọgbọ́n, irú ọgbọ́n tó Ọlọ́run fi fún ẹ láti máa jẹ́ kí inú èèyàn máa dùn, láti máa lajú ènìyàn, Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè, ọgbọ́n náà á máa pọ̀ sí i. Ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye Ọlọ́run máa fi fún ẹ. You know why I just breathe a sigh of relief is that I came back from Nigeria. I spent 5 weeks in Nigeria, and I move around a lot. And can you believe it that for this is my first time as a Nigerian going to Abeokuta?
Oh, yeah.
I went to Abeokuta for the first time, yeah. And I moved
My brother, I'm coming. I just want to tell you a story about how Nigeria is being captured and how everything, I don't believe there's anything that can be done in that country to revamp it because everything done prokoye. You know, I went to Abeokuta, I saw the dilapidated road, bad roads, and all these people collecting money on the roadside and all those things. And I was thinking Abeokuta is going to be just like Lagos, but I was disappointed. Yeah, I was disappointed. So from there, I came back to Lagos, went to my brother at Ogijo in Ikorodu. From there, I took a car down because I normally take public transport just to see what is happening. From Ogijo down to the express where I would take another car going to Ondo State. I saw something, Maiyegun. That country has been destroyed. I saw a lot of... Ogun State is a very rich country. It's a very rich state. Sincerely speaking, it's as if my holiday was entirely centered on Ogun State. So, and from Ogijo to that express, I paid 5,000 naira. Anyway, to cut a long story short, what I'm just saying is that there are some industries, companies that are wasted. They are wasting away or wasted already. I can see that cement factory is gone. Yeah.
Lafarge at Ewekoro, which one?
Yeah, the Ewekoro cement factory. They've sent it. I think they sold it to Lafarge. You know, and even half of it. Let me say, but it's only 20% that is working.
If you are talking about that one at Ogijo, like on your way to Shagam, that one that the road in front of that place.
Yeah.
Did you pass the road?
Yeah, I did.
So nothing has changed till now as well.
My brother, no, the road is. I think that's the only place that the road has been tarred. Oh. But getting to what's the name of this after Ogijo coming to the express, what's the name of this? There was a town there, and you know what I saw is that all the industry. There are some industries there, companies that are no more in existence. You can see big industries. Nothing is working. Then after that, and I get to the express, then another eyesore again. Even because before I left that express, it was late in the night. I would have been dead by now. Around 8 o'clock, getting towards Ondo, they call that place Liparaga. Then this policeman just jumped in front of the road, in front of the car, and flashed his floodlight, torchlight, right to the face of the driver. We nearly end up in the ditch or inside the river. Then everybody was just shouting. Then I said, "Why are you doing this? Why do you have to do that?" You know what the man said? He said, "I'm trying to stop the driver, but he didn't stop. But must you just point this flashlight, this bright flashlight, into the eyes of the driver? Do you know you can cause an accident?" Say, "Who are you? Do you know we are night? You are on night too. We are on night too." I said, "What do you mean by you are on night?" He said, "Anything can happen here." I said, "You know you are an idiot." Maiyegun, I don't even know where I got the gut. The man just looked at me. I said, "Don't you ever point that thing in my face again, or something else will happen here." He said, "Even if you are an officer, you can't talk to me like that." I said, "Just get the hell out of this place." Everybody was just looking at me inside the car.
Who is this person? You must be new here. They will shoot you and they will drive away, and nobody will even know which station they came from.
That's exactly what the man was saying. He said, "This is a night too." Anyway, Maiyegun, the situation is terrible and people are suffering. Nothing is working. And the people that are there, they just want to eat each other, feeding on each other. And Sincerely speaking, it's only when I got back to UK because I tried even the service, what they call it, the internet is just jumping up and down. When I arrived at Heathrow, the first thing I did, I just searched for MaiyegunDiary, Politico. My brother, my brain is just coming in. It's about a week ago that I fully settled down. Then since then, each time your program is on, I try to, my brother, that is why I pray that prayer. People don't know how many lives, how many souls, how many you have saved. You are a therapist. Because a lot of people, they don't even know what to do again. But at the end of the day, you say this thing, you calm their mind down, you open their eyes, you open their mind, and they were able to see the truth. Even a prophet cannot do more than what you are doing. You are a prophet of your own. No wonder Nnamdi Kanu said that listen to Maiyegun. God bless you. God bless you.
And you too, sir. Thank you so much, for sharing that experience with us this evening. Yeah. See, there is no reason, for some reason, I had a member of this platform who categorically said that sometimes you might think that this Maiyegun and people on this platform hate Nigeria. No, we don't. In fact, we're actually the people who love that place. Because you see, those who are destroying the place don't give a damn about you. We are people who actually love Nigeria enough to say, if you love Nigeria, please break it up and save the lives of those people you love. Keeping Nigeria as it is not in your own interest. It is not in my own interest. We are just the sacrificial lambs and the slaughterhouse of these rogues. Their policies are killing our children. Their policies are killing our aged. Our people are sick, but they have no access to health care. Our people are unsafe in their own very home. And then you ask yourself, what exactly is the benefit of being a Nigerian? At least if you're answering that name, Nigerian, then you discover that there is actually nothing other than misery, heartache, disappointment, which is actually brought about by the bad governance. And the only people benefiting from this contraption are the criminals, parading themselves as your leaders, local government chairmen, councillors, governors, assemblymen, women, National Assembly, and your president and the rest of them. If you pay attention very well, the minute 1% are those who are benefiting from this contraption, and they would love to keep it this way. But you, your household, your community, everyone around you, if you remove your selfishness that I better pass my neighbor mentality, there is actually no direct benefit of being a Nigerian or living in that contraption. It's not to your interest. It is not in my interest. It is not to the progress of anybody. So keeping it together longer that you pray for and you sort of wishes for so badly, it's like keeping yourself alive long enough to witness the misery and then die wrongfully. Like Fela said it, like Fela sang. You die wrongfully. Nigeria is not in your interest. It's not in my own interest. It is just a shared misery. And we are existing in this misery where we can easily say, my own is still better than that one. My own is better. I better pass my neighbor. I can afford a car. I can fuel the car. I can afford the hospital bill. I said something yesterday, and okay, I forgot to add it. I've been saying that many times. If you pay attention very well, even those of you that claim to be better past your neighbor, some people will say, all of you living abroad, you are just suffering. In Nigeria, you will see people are building houses. They have their own houses. They have their own this or that. But the truth of the matter is that all you have in that contraption is valueless. They do not have any real value. They do not have any real value. Your houses have no real value. Your money in your bank have no value. Other things that you think you have don't really have any value. You know why? There are so many of you who brags that you have houses. You are a landlord. but you still look wretched. You are living a life of a poor, wretched souls. Some of you have houses that you have tenants. That, yeah, you are the landlord. But right now, you don't even exist like a landlord. You've been paid your rent for 4 years in advance. You've spent it. You are now borrowing money or begging to survive. Many of you who say you have these houses, you have this property, you have that property. You are just a single sickness away from being poor. Or you have a house. My papa gets a 3-story building in the K2. I was supposed to be cashing out money from it, but when I did all the calculation, it simply means absolute trash and nothing. Because you know something? So many of you are just one sickness away from poverty. They will sell your car. They will sell your house. They will sell your land in a system that doesn't give a damn about you. Or because you want to stay alive. I said it. A lot of you who think you have something in Nigeria, in a ruined and rotten system that you have there, in a damaged economy that you are existing in, you are just one sickness away from poverty. One sickness. They will sell everything to try to save you. At the end of the day, they may not even be able to save you. You will die. All those things will go. And your family, they will realize later that if you continue to exist in that contraption, where these criminals continue to make the rules and the laws, and you have nothing to do about it, and you think me, Maiyegun, is the one that is not wishing you well. Listen, a lot of you don't wish yourselves well, but mine is to see if I can wake up your subconsciousness to see the danger you are living in or the danger you are existing in. I live in the UK. Of course, I do not have to actually be rich. I don't need to have a house, but I will still live in a house. I do not need to break a bank. I will still drive a car. And guess what? If I run into any health problem, it will never make me poor. I will not sell a single pin. I won't sell a single pin to access health care. That is what is called a system that works for the rich and the poor. You don't have a system in that contraption. You don't. So what exactly are you holding on to? Why exactly do you think this contraption should continue? Why exactly do you think breaking up of Nigeria is a bad thing? Some of you have told yourselves, if Nigeria is breaking up now these same criminals will be in charge. Let's break it up first. Let's try it first. And then if you belong to any part of the nations that will emerge from the broken up Nigeria, and you allow the rogues that represented you in this contraption Nigeria to continue to take control of your affairs after that, then don't blame anybody, blame yourselves. So the only thing we have not tried, you have tried you have tried the parliamentary system, you have tried the regional system, you have tried military junta, you are now trying the demonstration of grace called democracy. The only thing you haven't tried is the breakup of the contraption. Why are you holding on to it? What are you benefiting from it? I did ask a question. There are some of you some of you watching me right now. Close your eyes. What do you see? What? Nothing. That's exactly what Nigeria is to you. You have nothing, and you are nothing. You are those who makes it look like it's a country. And the longer you hold on to it, the worse it will become. If anything happened to you right now, do you really think, do you think your families can survive what Nigeria is becoming or what it has become? Your children, in 10 years' time, do you think your children will be able to survive in that Nigeria without you? Do you think you can survive in that Nigeria as things are going right now? I'll leave you to it. I'll see you later. Thank you so much once again. Enjoy your evening or night. Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ ọ́ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. dódódódó. Maiyegun Diary na ibi number 1. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary na ibi number 1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary na ibi number 1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary na ibi number 1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary na ibi number 1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary na ibi number 1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary na ibi number 1. Maiyegun Diary Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary na ibi number 1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary na ibi number 1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary na ibi number 1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dódódó. Maiyegun Diary na ibi number 1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni.
ó fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ báàgì lẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o ákàmù Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Allow the children it's okay. It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. She off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic, and if we talk, na 500,000 they go sama us call am hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not the off in mind. Oh, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don come, oh, yeah, yeah. And in the touchlight every corner. Oh, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don come, oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Maiyegun Live. Thank you very much for joining me. Please read the caption of this broadcast. Read beyond the caption. Like it, share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell all of them that Maiyegun today. Tonight's program is going to be a random one. I mean, random, conversation, so to say. It may be a little bit different from what you are used to. Because we just want to address the elephant, the big elephant in the room. A very dark country in soul and in spirit. It is likened to that of our Sunday sermon, the No Oats Bar session. Yes, sometimes the truth can be too hot for some of you to undo, including those of you who love to be politically correct. And you will love things not to be said so bluntly. So if you cannot handle it, please, I advise you should check out and you can join us some other time. Just want to address the big elephant in the room. Our biases that a lot of us don't like to be spoken about. Our collaboration, our collusion in making this contraption, right, a very dark country. It's not a compliment. Today. Thank you so much for joining me again. And yes, to those who have shared this, thank you. And tonight, we want to address the big elephant in the room. You know, we do say that Nigerians don't really, not all Nigerians hate corruption. Many Nigerians are not really against oppression. It is just that the only reason why that will make some of them to scream with us is because they are not the ones doing the oppression, or they are possibly the ones at the receiving end, kind of. In the last few days, a lot of, things have happened to show to you how deceitful so many Nigerians are and how culpable they are in the degenerated how degenerated the contraption has really become. And it will remain so until probably we all kind of come to a conclusion that this is not working. And if there is any sort of strength left in us before the whole thing is dissipated somehow, we should channel it towards a peaceful breakup of that contraption, which means the whole problem of the contraption can actually be segmented and everybody can go face it based on your own contribution, kind of like people who are like, packing your own thrift. You're right? Ladies and gentlemen, in the last few days, I have seen those who have joined us for years now, in condemning the criminal politicians that we all find so easy and convenient to blame for all the abnormalities, all the atrocities in that contraption. And we have seen them take, positions. I'm talking about taking positions in defense of majority of those that have been fingered, right? Again, without having to sound like I'm speaking in parables and all that, right? People like myself, I am kind of really convinced that, you see, Nigeria is a lie. And I've done my own best according to my own ability and intelligence, right? Even if it's this little or massive, whatever, however you see it, I have come to this conclusion that the Nigeria that you've come to know, or we have come to know, is a lie. And everyone is trying to live that lie because somehow, if they have to take in the truth, it tends to be too much for them to take in. The truth about Nigeria is that, number one, nobody really loved that country because it wasn't really a country to start with. And when you dig deeper and dig further, you will see the biases of everyone that is still trying to cling on to the contraption and try to blackmail others to accept or take same, step. But people like us have been very unequivocal about it, that, you see, starting from the supposed educated people towards, to the elite, because every society, people believe that every society you come across in the world is the making of the elite of that country. And who are the elites? These are the class of people who are in the academia, those who are in the, in the business, those who are also in the scientific research and all that stuff, including the political class. These are considered the elites, those who make up the society. If the society is going to be a just society, or if it is going to be an unjust one. So to those who parade themselves as elites in Nigeria, it is obvious that these are a bunch of dirtiest, stinking class of people that have created a country or superintend a country that is considered a total shithole, where the citizens are merely existing and not living at all. Injustice in Nigeria can be said to be, democratized in a way, because that's our reality today, right? No one is really spared. But within that same unjust society,